The following is a Dowling Catholic Sports presentation on Iowa Catholic Radio. Our coverage of Dowling Catholic Sports is underwritten by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Klein Electric, the Catholic Tuition Organization, Skeffington's Formal Wear, and Bozen the Florist. Thank you for supporting Iowa Catholic Radio.
And good evening and welcome to the Dowling Catholic High School Gym as we get set for girls and boys basketball tonight here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. It's Dowling hosting the Ankeny Hawks in our final broadcast before the Christmas and New Year's break. My name is Mark Hamadale. Glad you could join us tonight here on most of these Iowa Catholic Radio Network station. Alongside in Game 1, Scott Babinet, the former coach at Dowling Catholic. And Coach, it's Friday night basketball, CIML style, Class 5A girls. And a great battle between two top 10 teams, number 8 Ankeny and number 4 Dowling.
Another one, huh?
Another one.
It doesn't get boring, though. It's really fun to see these matchups. I actually think tonight's going to be a different challenge for Dowling, and the fact that Ankeny changes some defense, does some full-court pressing, some half-court zone trapping, and it's going to be interesting to see how they adjust and handle it. Their recognition has to be spot on tonight.
You know, when you play good teams, and good teams are usually in the top 15 of the state, but, you know, any team can be good. It never gets old. And for Dowling and Ankeny and anybody in the CIML, I counted 8 teams when the rankings came out. 8 CIML teams out of the 9 in the conference are ranked in the top 15. So you better have your best game. And if you have an off game, you better have somebody else to pick it up. And, Scott, that's no different tonight as the Ankeny Hawkettes come in. They're on a pretty good winning streak as they've won 4 in a row. Dowling's record now 4-3. But you better, if you haven't have an off night, it better not be often.
No, and the fact is that Dowling's fought back to get back to the plus side with their tough schedule, 4-3, and now you want to build it to 5, and then tomorrow 6. So you want to get ahead of it and keep building your seeding. I was thinking today, like, I know we're starting off with the fact that there's another good game. I wonder if there's anything surprising. It is what it is. Tough games almost every night out for the Maroons.
No question. For Dowling Catholic, they'll turn around tomorrow. And you mentioned they'll be part of the Johnston Winter Tip-Off Classic over at Johnston High School. A slug of teams. We have the schedule here, but Dowling scheduled to play at 3:30 tomorrow afternoon. 4th-ranked Dowling against number 7 and defending 5A state champion Pleasant Valley. A rematch of the semifinals last year at state for Dowling Catholic.
Yeah, that'll be. I think the girls will look forward to that one. I mean, obviously you got to take care of this one tonight, but tomorrow they'll be ready for that challenge again, because when you get beat, I thought it ended up being quite handily last year. And Pleasant Valley plays that nice 2-3 zone defense. They played about as well as I've ever seen it played, but that's what they do. And so you have to learn to handle it. You have to adjust and get into gaps and attack them. But again, tonight will be a contrast to that, because both teams like to run here, get up and down, get easy baskets, and a lot of 5-out offense or 4-out 1-in offense we'll see. And so a good, exciting battle tonight.
Well, the Ankeny Hawkettes, they come in with a record of 6-2 under first-year head coach Nate Tobey. And if you know the Tobey last name, his brother was the athletic director at Johnson, now the athletic director at Norwalk. Tremendous family. But Nathan's been the assistant coach to Coach Carlson on the boys' side over at Ankeny, and now this is his first year as the girls' head coach. So this is his first year of the transition, as Drew McAnally, the longtime coach there for 7 years at Ankeny, so I'll put quasi-retired. He's now the 8th grade assistant at Ankeny on the boys' side, where his sons are going through. So understand that. But nonetheless, the Hawkettes, they've won 2, then they lost 2, and now they've won 4 in a row with wins over Southeast Polk, Ames, Indianola, and then last Tuesday night, a win over number 12 Waukee Northwest and Sam Powell Tuesday night at Waukee Northwest. Their losses have been to number 5 Waukee and to number 1 Johnston. Matter of fact, Johnston got them by 21, and Waukee got them by 5 points. So they're part of the CIML. They see these teams just like Dowling Catholic, but the Hawkettes coming in with a 6-2 mark and winning 4 straight. Their final game will be this Tuesday Tuesday, December 19th, at Ankeny Centennial in the Battle of Ankeny next Tuesday night, and their Christmas break begins.
Yeah, just a casual game for them, right?
Casual, yeah.
No, it's the difference of having a new staff, new philosophy. When you scout them, it's different. The coach for the last few years have been used to a lot of things that Coach McAnally does. Now you got a new group and what they do differently. And like I say, some full court press, 1-2-1-1, some 1-3-1, half court, 2-3 half court, but mostly man-to-man. But the fact is, new philosophy, new same players, but the players have adjusted really well to this coaching staff and gotten off to a good start.
And, of course, Dowling coming off a win Tuesday night against number 13 Southeast Polk, 63-41 here at the Dowling Catholic Gym, in a game in which Dowling played very well. The record now is 4-3, and they're ranked fourth. Just had rankings come out yesterday, and the Maroons come out at number 4. And, of course, no changes in the Dowling lineup with the starters and the reserves, so we expect a good night of high school girls and boys basketball. We're going to take a 1-minute break and come back. We'll have starting lineups, Dowling and Ankeny, here at the Dowling Gym tonight. Friday night, Iowa High School girls basketball in the Central Iowa Metro League. Mark Hamadale, Scott Babinett will take a 1-minute break and return with more pregame after these messages.
Support for programming comes from Klein Electric, a local family-oriented electrical contractor, a 100% employee-owned company with branches across the Midwest to provide comprehensive electrical services. Klein Electric is able to help with any residential and commercial project. Learn more at kleinelectric.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Bozen the Florist. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, weddings, whatever the message, say more with Bozen. Bozen.com, 515-244-ROSE. Bozen makes the moment mean more.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Caldwell Parish Funeral Home and Crematory. Caldwell Parish offers services that are unique to the individual while following the Catholic funeral rites. Caldwell Parish Funeral Home and Crematory, Des Moines' only Catholic-owned and operated funeral home.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Mercy One. Live your best life with Mercy One. With Iowa's largest network of care locations, personalized care is right in your neighborhood. Schedule online at mercyone.org.
Hey, we're back here at the Dowling Catholic Gym on this Friday night. Dowling and Ankeny in a girl-boy doubleheader. Let's take a look at the starting lineups tonight. First of all, for the visitors from Ankeny, the Hawkettes, under first-year head coach, as I mentioned, Nathan Tobey. He's assisted by Cody Myers and Allie Hogan. And, of course, Gary Birdwell, the legendary Gary Birdwell. And the Hawkettes come in averaging just under 64 points on offense and give up 47 points on defense. They'll start at point guard Carson Jacks, 5'6" senior, averaging 11 points, 5.5 rebounds. Leads the team in assists with 4.5. And she'll wear number 3. The other guard is Savannah Gage, a 5'11" senior, averaging 14 points. And she's overcoming an ACL injury suffered back in April. She's headed to St. Thomas University, and Gage will wear number 2. And the third guard is Cassie Johnson, a 5'7" senior, averaging 3 points, 3 rebounds. She'll wear number 30. At one forward for Ankeny, Ainsley Keene, a 5'10" sophomore, averaging just under 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And the other forward is Jayla Williams, a 5'10" sophomore, their leading scorer and rebounder, averaging 21 points, 6.5 rebounds, and leads the team with 35 steals. She's got numerous Division I offers, and she'll wear number 22. So again, it'll be Jacks, Gage, Johnson, along with Williams and Keene for the Ankeny Hawkettes, whose record now 6-2 and ranked 8th in Class 5A, and they've won 4 in a row. For Dowling Catholic, the head coach, Kristen Meyer, in her 8th year, 129 wins, 52 losses, assisted by Joel Danner, Audrey Famer, and my colleague, Mr. Scott Babinett, the former assistant for at least the first 4 or 5 years of her tenure here. And the Maroons will start this lineup at point guard Ava Zediker, 5'10" junior, averaging just under 21 points, under 6 rebounds, leads the team with 4.5 assists, and she'll wear number 13. The other guard is Layla Tritton, a 5'8" junior, averaging 7.5 points. She'll wear number 15. Zediker and Tritton are both captains. The third captain is at one forward, Ellie Olson, 5'10" junior, averaging 3.5 rebounds. She'll wear number 5. The third guard for Dowling's Katie Muller, 5'11" freshman, averaging 8.5 points. She'll wear number 11. And at center for the Maroons, Ellie Muller, 6'1" sophomore, averaging 15 points and 11 rebounds, a double-double, and she will wear number 23. So it'll be Olsen, Zedeker, Tritton, along with Katie Moeller and her sister Ellie Moeller for Dowling Catholic. The Maroons come in averaging 59 points on offense and give up 54.5 points on defense. That is the tale of the tape, Mr. Scott Babinet. You have it from here on in.
Well, again, Dowling's going to have to be sharp on their recognition on offense tonight and execute. They need to attack the press to score, but be patient if it isn't there and get into good half-court offense.
All right, we're going to take a break, and we come back. We'll have the tip-off between Dowling and Ankeny here at the Dowling Gym. But first, a word from Father Reed Flood with our pregame prayer, and a word from Dr. Dan Ryan, the president of Dowling Catholic High School, alongside Scott Babinet. This is Mark Hamadale here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Hi, this is Dr. Dan Ryan, president of Dowling Catholic High School, and welcome to another season of exciting Dowling High School basketball. We are proud to be partners with Iowa Catholic Radio, not only broadcasting basketball, but also being partners in preparing Christ-centered leaders for life. Go Maroons!
Hello, my name is Father Reed Flood. Let us pray together for the coaches, players, and trainers for this athletic competition this evening. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Heavenly Father, we thank you for all your gifts. We ask that you bless all those involved in this athletic competition this evening. We ask that you keep them safe, and that they show good sportsmanship. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. Saint Sebastian, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. AshworthVision.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from the Catholic Tuition Organization. Reduce or eliminate your Iowa income tax and instead give to the Catholic Tuition Organization and receive 75% Iowa tax credits. These tax credits are going fast, so reserve yours today and learn more about the Catholic Tuition Organization at ctoiowa.org. ctoiowa.org. The bottom line, it's for the kids and their futures.
Catholic Tuition Organization, a great investment in our kids.
Welcome back to the Dowling Catholic High School Gym here in West Des Moines. Friday night girls and boys basketball here on most of these Iowa Catholic Radio Network stations. Mark Hamadale, Scott Babinet. Oh, nearly courtside. They won't put us on the good seats down there where press row is at. But we can stay up here. And I want to thank Brady Grimm. Welcome back from his Round the World adventure. Brady is back with us. He is our studio producer tonight. And our three officials, Travis Carroll, Michael Lawler, and Tyler Eason. And I guess we're all set. Teams on getting ready to take the floor. Tonight's game also being streamed through Dowling's Huddle feed through CISN. So we're on the YouTube through CISN. So keep that in mind, Mr. Babinet, with the one camera right above us, knowing where everybody's going.
How do we follow that national anthem?
You don't.
Good.
You don't. You don't. She did a nice job. 8th grader,
yes.
Young lady. Didn't catch the name. I have to ask Denny O'Grady. Dowling and Ankeny underway. Ellie Muller wins a tip. It tips in the back court, right in the front court for Ankeny. Carson Jacks picks it up, and we've got we don't have the shot clock running, so we got a little problem with that. And Tyler Eason, one of our lead, Travis Carroll, one of our lead officials, going to get that all figured out.
He's all over it already. And that's a good sign.
They will. So, Scott, some of the pregame that you have, you want to touch on with our listeners about Dowling and Ankeny?
Yeah, I think that Dowling's going to have to find that fine line between, like I said before the break, patience and the attacking. If they're going to press you, your attitude has to be, I've got to attack for a layup. And if it's not there, don't get baited into shooting just threes just because they're there. Work the ball, get good ball movement, and attack them wisely.
Speaking of three, here's Ashley Keene for the Hawkettes. Her three-pointer is no good. And Ellie Olsen scrambles for the rebound, and she comes down on the baseline because she was going after the ball with Ava Zedeker. And they both went after it, and the ball will stay with Ankeny, and they'll get a fresh shot clock. No scores were underway.
And already there's a good matchup here. Zedeker's guarding Williams, and so you have your best on best right now. So that's a good matchup to watch tonight.
Jayla Williams, 5'10 sophomore, leads the team in points, rebounds, and steals. And now a steal by Ellie Olsen and Dowling. So Maroons with it. Dowling going right to left towards the south basket. They work underneath to Ellie Moore. Layup good. Ellie got that spot right on the right block that she likes, left herself enough room, and shot the ball right off the square on the backboard.
She was perfectly posted up there and took advantage of the size difference to convert there.
2-0 Dowling. Hawkettes with it in the front court. This is Savannah Gage wearing that brace on her left knee due to the ACL injury suffered in April. And now a whistle and a foul on Dowling as Gage tries to go down the left side, and Michael Lawler will have the first foul on Dowling. It'll be on Layla Tritton, her first, out of bounds to Ankeny with 6:42 to go. It's Gage, Jax, along with Jayla Williams, Ainsley Keene, and Cassie Johnson, the 5 on the floor for the Hawkettes. And here's Williams on the baseline, puts up a three-pointer. It's no good, but offensive rebound, Ankeny, as Jax gets underneath. Now a long three by Williams, good. And they're going to count it as 2 just on the line for Jayla Williams. That's her first 2 there, Scott.
That was a nice move. She's really aggressive to score for them.
Now a corner 3 is Dowling in transition by Layla Tritton is up and good. Tritton with her 8th 3 of the year, and it's 5-2 Dowling by 3 as we approach the 6-minute mark here in the first quarter from the Dowling Gym tonight. Glad you could join us for Friday night girls and boys basketball. This is the big schools here, Class 5A in the Central Iowa Metro League on the girls' side. This will be our final broadcast before the Christmas and New Year's break. And now we got traveling on Ankeny as Cassie Johnson shuffles her feet. The young lady who's going to play softball down at Texas Tech shuffled her feet. And we got a 30-second timeout on the floor. We'll keep it here with Dowling leading 5-2 with 5:44 to go here in the first quarter. And our thanks to Bozen the Florist, helping customers say more since 1923. 2 Des Moines area locations or online at bozen.com. And don't forget Ashworth Vision Clinic. Ashworth Vision Clinic located at 60th and Ashworth Road in West Des Moines or online at ashworthvision.com.
And early this game, you see Dowling plays man-to-man defense, but she's guarding Cassie Johnson. Cassie Johnson inside. She hasn't been a great three-point shooter, so if she's out on the perimeter, Ellie's staying in to protect the rim against the drives that Ankeny throws at them. Now we're going to see how they handle the press here.
The good old man-to-man defense, yes, but with help principles. Right. And there are certain players you can help with, and there are certain ones you got to stay out with the person you're assigned. And now pressure, as you mentioned, Ankeny in the backcourt, but Dowling breaks it to get it in the corner and retrieved by the Maroons. Is in the lineup for the first time for Dowling is Macy Harnden, number 33, as Tritton has a seat on the bench. All right, 20 on the shot clock. Dowling with the ball. Ankeny stays in zone. Corner 3, in and out, no good by Dowling. Offensive rebound, Muller. So Katie Muller's shot no good, but her sister got the offensive rebound, drew the foul. It'll be on Ankeny's number 30, Cassie Johnson. That'll be the Hawkettes' first foul.
And according to our rationale the other night, we told Katie if she missed the rim, she could get the assist, but because she didn't make the layup, no assist.
Yeah, we were kind of baiting them there a little bit. Free throws coming for Ellie Muller, a 52% free throw shooter on the year, and misses the first free throw. Second one on the way. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Klein Electric and Construction Professionals. Now a conversation between Tyler Eason and head coach of the Hawkettes, Nathan Tobey, and this results in a semi-huddle.
Changing the foul, I believe.
I had it on Cassie Johnson anyway.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know who they gave it to.
They gave it to Jax.
Oh,
originally.
I see. I got you. 3 versus 30, yeah. So
that was a good catch by the coach, though.
Second free throw good by Muller. She goes 1 for 2, has 3 points. That's Ellie Muller. And it's 6-2, Dowling by 4 here in the first quarter over the Ankeny Hawkettes. Hawkettes are going left to right towards the north baskets, and they're all black road uniforms with gold trim, and Dowling in their home white uniforms with maroon letters and trim. Now a long 3, top of the key, no good by the Hawks, and Carson Jacks, or check that, Savannah Gage, and a rebound out to Dowling. Maroons get the ball down court. Get it down to Katie Muller, and she kicks it back out to Zediker. Dowling will reset their offense as, again, Macy Harnden in there for Layla Tritton. Now a long three by Katie Muller. Hits the front of the rim, no good. Rebound Ankeny.
That was a great job by Katie there. Nice fake to let the defender run past. She ended up with a wide open three, just a little short.
Keene with the rebound, and now down court. And a shot no good by Jax, partially blocked by Ellie Olson. Dowling with the rebound. Maroons in the front court. Here's Katie Muller on the baseline. A little teardrop shot up, rolls off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, Dowling and Ellie Olson.
That's another thing, Ellie Olson does. She's not scoring a lot, but she does these little things that help the team get more opportunities.
Now traveling on Harnden, as that was all set up by the pass. Ellie Olson might have been off to the pass, which caused Harnden's feet to not be set. Traveling on Dowling. It'll be Ankeny Hawkette basketball. Checking out will be Cassie Johnson for the Hawkettes and Ainsley Keene. And checking in for Ankeny for the first time will be Jade Mosier. Mosier, a 5'11 junior.
Now Ankeny's looking to possibly post up Macy Harnden and use the size of Savannah Gage against her.
Yeah, Gage at 5'11. Underneath and a laner shot up and good. Rolls through for Gage. That's her first 2 points. And it's 6-4, Dowling. Let's get the ball down court quickly, and Ankeny's going to stay in this zone. Little 2-3 zone, if you will. See how long they stay in it. I'm not sure if Dowling's faced his own this year, maybe in Minnesota.
I don't think so. I don't know if it's in most coaches' vocabulary, except that the other team uses it.
And now Ankeny takes advantage. They force a turnover, and Jayla Williams shoots and scores. She has 4 points for the Hawkettes, and we're tied at 6. Pressure in the backcourt. Dowling breaks it. Get it to Zediker. Top of the key. Here's Muller with it. Zediker in the left corner. Now they get it to Ellie Muller. Little high-low. Muller's double team. Reach-in foul on the Hawks, and they're going to get Mosier with the foul. So Jade will pick up her first foul.
And Dowling's had the good ball movement there. Ellie Olson was inside. If she went and posted up, that high-low would have been there for an easy layup. She just left the gap open between her and the defender, so Ellie Muller didn't feel confident about making that pass.
Hawkettes going with Jayla Williams, Ainsley Keene, Jade Mosier, Carson Jax, Savannah Gage, the 5 on the floor for the Hawkettes, who come in with a record of 6-2, winning 4 in a row. And now underneath, Zediker, her shot on the baseline, no good. She dribble drived on that left baseline, but couldn't get it to fall. Rebound Ankeny. The Hawkettes now a chance to go up. Now the ball deflected by Tritton, loose on the floor, and Dowling picks it up. Harnden picks it up, saves it into the hands of Muller. Now Harnden with it in the front court. Hawkettes still in that zone. They extend it beyond the three-point arc, and that forces the turnover. Zediker's pass to Muller, broken up. Stolen away by Ankeny.
Again, they know what they want to do. They just got to be patient and let the ball movement do the work for them.
All right, Hawkettes with it. Here's Gage with it, top of the key. Now a reverse pass from Mosier, who caught it and tried to throw it back out, nearly stolen away by Dowling. 15 on the shot clock, and it finally is turned over as Gage can't handle the pass. It'll be Dowling basketball. And the Maroons are, this press or this zone has thrown the Dowling offense off on their half court. They've have 2 turnovers here in the last possessions.
Yeah, 4 for the quarter. What they need to do, though, is just move the ball side to side a couple times, and then the middle's going to open up wide for them. But a lot of times when you don't play against zone all the time, that's why I said don't get baited into just premature threes. Don't fall in love with it early. Just you'll get that shot late if you're patient.
All right, here's Zediker with it. On the right side, Tritton. She'll launch the 3. Up good. Layla Tritton with the corner 3. That's her second 3 of the night. 1 from each corner. She has 6 points. Dowling's lead is now 3. 9-6 over Ankeny. Minute and a half left to go, first quarter here at the Dowling Catholic Gym, as we did start a little early. The sophomore boys game got done early, so we started early. And now in the backcourt, Kayla Muller is ball stolen from her by Carson Jax. Layup's good by Jax, so stealing basket by Jax of Ankeny.
Yeah, and if she's going to go, she should just go there, not hesitate. Just go and attack there.
Jax, a senior, taking a steal from the freshman Muller, and now a long 3, no good by Dowling. Rebound Ankeny. 9-8 Maroons. Minute to play here in the first quarter. Down court, here's Ainsley Keene with it, guarded by Katie Moeller of Dowling. Dowling stays man-to-man. Now here's Jax coming off a ball screen. Has a ball stolen away by Katie Moeller. To Zedeker. Ankeny double teaming the ball. Now Dowling gets across the timeline with 40 seconds to play. 25 in the shot clock. High little high-low underneath Moeller. Her layup good. Tritton's pass to Ellie Moeller. Success for Dowling. She has 5, and it's 11-8 Maroons there, Scott.
And more of that. That's how you attack that zone. And even if they crash down on Ellie, then you have to pass out to the corner. But it's got to touch in the middle there against these zones. You can't just be perimeter. But again, swinging the ball, being patient is going to help Dowling tremendously against that zone.
All right, 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Shot clock turned off. This is Savannah Gage coming off a ball screen. Ball pipped away by Tritton. Out of bounds to Ankeny with 1.5 seconds. So we'll see what Coach Toby and Ankeny have for their out of bounds play. Basically, just enough time to catch and maybe one dribble and a shot.
Yeah, don't give up anything inside. Make them catch it going away.
All right, Maddie Anselme checking in. She'll throw it in. Intercepted by Zedeker, and she'll just hold it. And we've come to the end of the first quarter with the score. Dowling Catholic 11 and Ankeny 8. Alongside Scott Babinet, I'm Mark Amadale. Brady Grimm, our studio producer, from the Dowling Gym tonight. Maroons lead it 11-8 after one quarter play over Ankeny. We'll return after this 1-minute break here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Iowa Catholic Radio is supported by our listeners and business underwriters as we connect listeners to Christ while bridging the gap between the church and the marketplace, seeking God in both. If you own a business that you'd like to use to help further this mission, email Deacon Mark at iowacatholicradio.com. And we encourage you to thank the many businesses who choose to underwrite programming on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. Your presence is vital as we participate in the church and the marketplace, seeking God in both.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Caldwell Parish Funeral Home and Crematory. Caldwell Parish offers services that are unique to the individual while following the Catholic funeral rites. Caldwell Parish Funeral Home and Crematory, Des Moines' only Catholic-owned and operated funeral home.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Mercy One. We all want to live our best life. That's why Mercy One offers compassionate, personalized care when and where you need it. Schedule online at mercyone.org.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym. Mark Amadale, Scott Babinet. Dowling leading Ankeny 11-8 here in this Class 5A girls contest. And Scott, what do you got for first quarter stats?
First quarter, I have Dowling 4 for 9 from the field, and Ankeny 4 for 9 from the field. Dowling 1 for 2 from the line. No free throws for Ankeny. 6 turnovers for Ankeny, 5 for Dowling. 6 rebounds to 2 in favor of Dowling right now.
All right, Dowling with the basketball to start the second quarter. 10 on the shot clock, zoned by Ankeny. Harnden for 3, left wing, it's no good. Muller with the rebound and draws the foul. And a reach-in foul on Cassie Johnson, I believe, is what Coach Lawler will say, or Carson Jacks. And that's Carson Jacks with the foul. So 2 free throws coming for Ellie Muller. Ellie on the night, 1 for 2 at the free throw line, as Dowling has been as a team. First free throw is good. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Skeffington's Formal Wear and the Catholic Tuition Organization. Offers a great tax benefit for their donors and tuition assistance to qualified families who want to send their kids to Catholic schools. Online, ctoiowa.org. You have about 2 weeks to get your tax credits all online, as December 31st the deadline, so they can help you out. All right. Ankeny with the ball out of the missed free throw by Muller. So Ellie tonight 2 of 4 at the line, missed her last free throw. Ankeny advances the ball and is tipped out of bounds by Dowling. 18 on the shot clock. And the Hawks now will take out Maddie Anselme, who got the start, got in the ball game right in the last second of the first quarter. Now Williams has the ball stolen away from her, rather Johnson does, and Hawkettes pick it up. There's a corner 3 by Johnson, is no good. Rebound Dowling and Zedeker. Dowling pushing the ball. They get it to Harnden. She'll pull up for 3. Good. Macy Harnden, her 9th 3 of the year, and all of them have been off the bench. 15-8. Dowling's lead is now 7th, their largest of the night, with 6:40 to go. Second quarter here, Scott.
And Coach Meyer and her staff love that three off the break there. That's the perfect time. That's when you're open up. Everything collapses down. You're wide open. And Mace's shown a willingness to shoot that without hesitating. And that's been a good shot for her this year.
Now in the lane, a shot is blocked out of bounds. They say it went off of Johnson, or checking off of Muller. And Ellie gets another block shot as Katie Muller will check in for her sister, Ellie. So it'll be the 4 starters plus Macy Harnden. That means Layla Tritton, Ava Zediker, Katie Muller, and Ellie Olson on the floor for Dowling. Ankeny with the ball. This is Ainsley Keene with it, cut off on the baseline. 2 on the shot clock, and Ankeny is not going to get a shot off of shot clock violation against the Hawkettes. Good defense by the Maroons.
Yeah, tremendous defense there. It starts with that block shot there, and then limit the time, and then you kind of lose track of it. And Dowling was able to keep the pressure up and not lose focus.
All right. Dowling with the basketball as they get the ball in the front court. A little high-low, and Olson shot up in good. A little high-low action that time from Zediker to Ellie Olson as she scores.
And they're doing a great job. Zediker and Tritton at the top there are probably their best options against that zone to make that pass down low. And that's a good confidence maker for Ellie Olson.
Now we got a whistle and a foul on Dowling. And they're going to get Zediker with her first. 2 shots coming for the Hawkettes here. And the first free throw by Carson Jacks is no good. She has 2 points tonight. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic and by Bozen the Florist. Second free throw rolls off the rim, no good. As Jayla Williams did everything to try to keep it alive. Rebound Dowling, now pressure in the backcourt. They had Harnden double team. Get it to Tritton. Underneath to Olson. She'll kick it back to Zediker for 3. In and out, no good. And the rebound, Ankeny. Carson Jacks the rebound. Down to Jayla Williams. Underneath to Ainsley Keene. Layup good. Little 2-on-1 fast break. Keene with the basket.
Yeah, Ava's having a hard time getting started here, getting her shots up all. That one looked good leaving her hand, but she's just waiting. Here she goes.
Now underneath, and a layup good by Zediker. Yeah, it was a layup that she got wide open. It says Ankeny overplayed the zone.
And again, another good entry into the high post and another good decision made. That's 3 players that have gotten in there. Tritton, Zediker, and Olson have gotten in there and made great plays to the post area for layups.
All right, Ankeny with the ball, 15 on the shot clock. This is Jacks with it. Down the lane she goes on the right side. Layup good. Nice touch that time by Jacks. Timeout Dowling. Jacks with her 4th point. This will be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here with 4 minutes and 48 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Dowling Catholic 19, Ankeny 12 here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. Our thanks to Skeffington's Formal Wear and the Catholic Tuition Organization. All right, Scott, what do you think of this thus far? We've seen a little bit of everything, as you mentioned, by Ankeny. They've started out man, went to zone. Now they're doing a little trap in full court and in the half court, and the Maroons are, I wouldn't say retreating, but they're not as aggressive as there used to be in a man-to-man sort of atmosphere.
And that's what's necessary. I mean, they want to slow you down, but the fact is, one of the things I always try to preach is you can do more with less if you're efficient. And so that means getting the right shots at the right time, get the ball where it's supposed to go, not turning it over. I mean, here now they're going to press. You want to have the attitude to attack for a layup. But if it's not there, again, pull it out, make them play defense, and get the shot you want.
One of the few times all year we've seen the Dowling press breaker. They get it right to Zediker. Down the lane she goes, 2-on-1 with Muller. Layup good. Ellie Muller on the receiving end there. And she has 8 points in the first half to lead Dowling. And the Maroons lead it 21-12. 9-point lead is their largest over Ankeny. Now reverse layup, no good by Savannah Gage. Blocked by Dowling. Rebound Tritton. Underneath Katie Muller. Layup good. Katie with her first 2 points, and the Maroon lead is now 11.
Yeah, 2 great attacking opportunities there. One against the press and one off the block shot and heading back there. And that's how you want to be aggressive there.
All right, here's Ainsley Keene coming off a ball screen. Little 3-pointer, good. Good ball screen that time set by Carson Jacks. So Keene, her 5th point, and now a steal by Ankeny. A shot in the lane, no good, and we got a jump ball called as Ellie Muller is tied up with Carson Jacks. And held ball goes to Ankeny on the alternate possession.
It was a nice three by, was it? I'm
Keene.
sorry.
Ainsley Keene.
That was a nice three out from her, and that was pretty deep.
Deep, and a nice ball screen by Ankeny to set that up. All right, Hawkettes with it. Cassie Johnson back in there. Ball's over to Ainsley Keene. She'll launch another three, nearly the same spot. It's no good from the left wing and out of bounds to Dowling. Harnden back in for Dowling. She'll replace Katie Muller. And it's a little, we got a 1-2-2 full court press by the Hawkettes. They're going to stay in it as Coach Toby's throwing it all at them. Now Maroons break it, 2-on-1 fast break, underneath layup, good by Tritton. And that was a great job by Harnden to recognize that.
Yeah, I think Coach has to be happy with the way they're handling the press. There's been times where Dowling's left it to the ball handler just to break the press, and that's easy when you have the ball handlers that can do that, but it's easier if you break it that way by the pass.
All right, Cassie Johnson for three for Ankeny. It's no good. Rebound Dowling. Now Maroons with the shot that's no good. Offensive rebound. Ellie Muller on that weak side over by the right block, and she draws the foul, and this will be on Ankeny's Cassie Johnson, her second. That'll be the second team foul of Ankeny here in the second quarter. Ellie Muller's first free throw, no good.
She's a good free throw shooter. She just needs to relax here, take a deep breath, and just she's got good form shooting here. So
tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Catholic Tuition Organization and Klein Electric. The second free throw is good, so she's 3 out of 6 tonight at the free throw line. Is Ellie Muller, the 6'1" sophomore, and she has 9 points. And Ankeny with the basketball, and near steal by Zedeker. Keeping it alive is the Hawkettes. Now inside the lane, here's Jayla Williams. Her shot, no good. Rebounded by Ankeny and Jade Moser, who's in there. Now to Williams. Kicks it back out, and we got a whistle and a foul on Dowling. And they're going to get Harnden, I think, for the reach. I think. Oh, Ava with her second. All right. And Katie Muller will check in for Ellie Olson. A 30-second timeout called by Dowling. We'll keep it here with 2:42 left to go here in the first half. Our score, Dowling Catholic 26, Ankeny 15. And time now for our Dowling Catholic High School Activity Spotlight. Congratulations to Isaiah Seymour, Dowling Catholic class of 2024, for being a recognized witness to the very best of faith, academics, and student activities. And you can hear Isaiah's interview with John Leonetti on the Catholic Morning Show by visiting Iowa Catholic Radio's podcast page at iowacatholicradio.com. And our thanks to our sponsor of the Dowling Catholic High School Activity Spotlight, Brightside Aesthetics by Ducharme Dermatology and Clive, offering a wide range of aesthetic and wellness services and providing customized care to have you looking your best. Learn more at brightsideiowa.com. 2:42 left to go here in the first half. Dowling 26, Ankeny 15. Hawkettes with the timeout, so they have 3 remaining. Dowling has 4 timeouts at their disposal the rest of this game. 20 on the shot clock. Dowling stays man-to-man here, Scott, out of the timeout.
They do, and they've switched the matchup with Zedeker having 2 fouls. They put Macy Harnden on Williams right now.
Now they're going to get Harnden with the foul on the pass from Jayla Williams over in the corner.
They give it to Tritton.
They did. Well, they were both close. That's twice Harden's been right by. And Tritton with her second foul. So she and Zedeker with 2 fouls each, something to keep in mind with 2:15 to go. And now they inbound the ball. They get it to Jade Moser. Her shot no good from 15 feet on the left wing. Rebound Dowling. Maroons in transition. Tritton for 3. Off the mark, no good. And the rebound Ankeny and Jayla Williams. Williams in the lane, lose the basketball, and now we're going to have a jump ball, and it'll be Dowling possession. With just under 2 minutes to play here in the second quarter.
And the way Dowling's able to play and keep Ellie Moeller inside, it's going to be hard for Ankeny on those drives unless they can open it up from the outside. So they need to get into the lane and then kick out and try to move, somehow get Moeller out of the lane a little bit to get space.
All right, Zedeker, Tritton, along with both Moeller sisters, and Macy Harnden, the 5 on the floor for Dowling. Here's Katie Moeller to the lane. Her shot up and good. She went right around Ainsley Keene for the basket.
And that's a good, strong move by Katie. And we've been talking about how she needs to come up big for the Maroons.
Katie with 4 points. Ankeny in transition. A long 3 by Ainsley Keene is no good, but the Hawkettes get the offensive board. Now we got a hand check foul on Katie Moeller. And that'll be her first. Team foul number 4 on Dowling here in the second quarter. Ankeny with 2 team fouls with 1:25 remaining in the half. And at halftime, Justin Einertson, the Dowling boys basketball coach, will join us for a halftime interview. Scott?
Yeah, he had a good win the other night. The team showed a great deal of intestinal fortitude to make that comeback.
They were down, 11 at halftime and came back and won it. Now here's Hawkettes inbound the ball. Get a 3-pointer from the top of the key by Carson Jacks. It's no good. Rebound Dowling. Carson Jacks committed to Simpson to play basketball. Savannah Gage going to play at St. Thomas for Ankeny. Here's Zedeker in the lane, and she posts up and shoots and scores right around Carson Jacks. Ava Zedeker with her 4th point of the night.
Yeah, she's staying amazingly aggressive with the 2 fouls that she had. She hasn't really backed off on the offense or defensive end.
Katie Moeller leading the way for, or rather Ellie Moeller leading the way for Dowling, but with 9 points on the baseline. Shot up and good by Carson Jacks. That's her 6th point.
3-second difference, 2.5, 3-second difference. If they're wise, they can get that shot up late, and Ankeny will not have a chance at another shot.
30-17 is our score. Dowling with the lead over Ankeny. 20 seconds on the game clock, 15 on the shot clock. It wouldn't leave them much, about a 3 or 4 second differential. Here's Zedeker dribbling between the circles. No pressure. Ankeny, man-to-man. Late in the game, they go man-to-man after being zoned. Now underneath, they find Moeller, and they're going to wave it off. Her shot, and it was a shot clock violation, excuse me. So the half is not ended, so the band cannot come out in the court. The dance team in tonight's case, everybody's got to sit down.
Put those brakes on real fast.
And I mean, literally, people started, that was just a shot clock violation. So 2.4 seconds, which was the difference we were talking about, right?
Yeah, and what I was saying is, like, if you got yourself an open 3 late, you think about the time leaving your hands if it's at the buzzer and if it goes in or it hits, you're not going to get the ball in bounds or up the court in time to have any kind of attack.
All right, Johnson throws it in, gets to Carson Jacks, half-court shot, hits the rim and no good, and we go to halftime with Dowling leading Ankeny 30-17 here at the Dowling gym, as we will total our halftime numbers. And I'll tell you what, we're going to take a 2-minute break for Mr. Brady Grimm, who's back from his worldwide tour. We appreciate having Brady back in the Iowa Catholic Radio studio. Our halftime score, Dowling Catholic 30, the Ankeny Hawkettes 17 in the Central Iowa Metro League Class 5A showdown. Dowling 30, Ankeny girls 17. We'll return after this 2-minute break with our halftime guests and our halftime stats on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Faith Check with Greg Yule on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
On this Faith Check, we're talking about tradition. For many Christians, tradition can be a sort of dirty word. This is probably because of Jesus' harsh words for the traditions of the Pharisees, who added unnecessary rituals and ignored the weightier matters of God's law. But some traditions can be good and helpful in our spiritual journey. Things like putting up a nativity scene, praying the rosary, or fasting. These are traditions with a small t. They aren't doctrines, but they're customs we do as Catholics to help us draw closer to God. Catholics also speak of sacred tradition with a capital T. This is the very message of Christ that has been faithfully handed down to us from the apostles. For example, in 2 Thessalonians 2:15, St. Paul says to stand firm and hold to the traditions you were taught by us, either by word of mouth or by letter. Here, Scripture itself is teaching that the Word of God can come to us both through written Scripture and oral tradition. Either way, we are to receive it equally as God's Word. For a synopsis of sacred tradition today, pick up your copy of the Catechism of the Catholic Church. This is Greg Yule for Faith Check.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Skeffington's Formalware, in business since 1951, with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Skeffington's Formalware, fitting you for life celebrations. Online at skeffingtons.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Westgate Dental, offering cosmetic, family, implant, and general dentistry. Located at 1073rd Street, Suite 1 in West Des Moines, just behind Dowling Catholic High School. Learn more at westgatedentalia.com.
Brightside Aesthetics by Ducharme Dermatology provides advanced and medical aesthetics, body contouring, wellness, and spa services. Learn more at brightsideiowa.com. Thank you, Brightside Aesthetics, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for programming is provided by Construction Professionals, serving customers through a proven process, creating unique design, functionality, and artistic beauty. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. cpcustomhomes.com.
And we're back here at the Dowling Catholic Gym, West Des Moines. Friday night, high school girls and boys basketball along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network alongside Scott Babinet, Mark Amadale. Dowling girls leading the Ankeny Hawkettes 30-17. Dowling jumped out to an 11-8 first quarter lead and outscored Ankeny 19-9 in that second quarter to lead by 13 here at the half, 30-17. And Scott, you got to look at some of the first half statistics from.
Yeah, let's start with Ankeny. They were 8 for 23 from the field, 1 for 11 from 3, 0 for 2 from the line, 7 rebounds, 3 offensive rebounds, 8 total turnovers. For the Maroons, they were 12 for 20 from the field, 3 for 8 from the three-point line. In that second quarter, they were 7 for 7 from the two-point line. 3 for 6 from the line, 14 rebounds, 3 offensive, and 7 total turnovers. So that second quarter, the turnovers came down, and the shot and efficiency went up.
We had a couple of shot clock violations. Dowling had one right at the end of the quarter, and that left about, 2 seconds on the clock. And then I think Ankeny had 2 in that first half.
Yeah, and both teams are playing really hard. They understand what the other team's trying to do. I feel like the difference came in that second quarter when Dowling settled down. You go from 5 turnovers to 2. But that means they started moving the ball well, getting the high post, running that high-low scheme against the zone, which opened up layups after layup after layup.
All right, let's take a look at the scoring. First of all, for the visitors from Ankeny, the Hawkettes had no one in double figures. They were led by Carson Jacks, the 5'6" senior, headed to Simpson College with 6 points at halftime. And she was followed by Ainsley Keene, the 5'10" sophomore, with 5 points. 4 points for Jayla Williams, a young lady who has numerous Division I scholarships and or offers on the table, I should say. Marquette, Kansas State, Iowa State, Colorado, Michigan, etc. And they held Jayla to 4 points. And then Savannah Gage, who's headed to St. Thomas, the 5'11" junior with 2 points. And the one starter who did not score was Cassie Johnson in the first half for Ankeny, who went 0 for 2 at the free throw line. For Dowling Catholic, the Maroons had 6 players, so all 6 in their rotation scored, led by sophomore Ellie Muller with 9 points, Layla Tritton with 8, 4 points each for Ava Zedeker and Katie Muller, Ellie Olson with 2 points, and off the bench, Macy Harnden with 3 points. Dowling girls going 3 out of 6 at the free throw line.
And you're seeing a lot of balance, which is good for this. This is a good time. Everything's going to focus on Zedeker, and she got a couple late baskets, which is fine as well. I don't think she's letting it bother her on either end. She's had some open shots. She's probably frustrated she missed, but her defensive effort has been good on Williams, and both leading scorers have averaged over 20 points or at 4 right now. So both teams are recognizing who they need to slow down. But for Dowling, fortunately for them, other players are stepping up and keeping that balance across the board, so it's hard to focus on one.
Well, tomorrow, Johnston's going to host their Winter Tip-Off Classic beginning at 11 o'clock tomorrow. Let's kind of read the lineup. We can mention that Dowling Catholic will play at 3:30, as will be 4th-ranked Maroons taking on number 7 and the 5A defending state champs Pleasant Valley at 3:30. But you all get started tomorrow morning at 11 at Johnston High School. number 1 out of Class 4A, and they're defending champs. Dallas Center Grimes takes on Cedar Rapids Xavier. 12:30 has West Des Moines Valley taking on Sioux City East. Valley ranked 2nd, Sioux City East ranked 10th. 2 o'clock has the home team, number 1 Johnston, taking on Hopkins Royals out of Minnesota on the southwestern edge of Minneapolis. Hopkins is a team that Dowling got their first win in the Minneapolis Thanksgiving Classic, and they come down to take on the Johnston Dragons. Of course, Dowling and Pleasant Valley at 3:30. 5 o'clock game has Ankeny Centennial, ranked 6th this week, taking on number 3 Davenport North, the team that Dowling saw in the first round of the Girls State Basketball Tournament last year. And finally, the late game at 6:30 tomorrow at Johnston, out of Class 3A, number 3 Des Moines Christian taking on number 13 out of Class 3A Clear Lake, and that'll be the final game tomorrow. So pretty good tournament, the Johnston winter tip-off, and kind of want to give some credit to the folks at Johnston. They'll have their staff there, but the Dowling game will not be live streamed nor carried on radio, so if you want to get over there, watch it in person.
Yeah, it's you look at this matchup for the CIML, you're probably looking at Valley versus Sioux City East rankings, so it kind of takes care of seeding against the West. Dowling and Ankeny Centennial playing 2 Eastern Iowa teams in Davenport North and Pleasant Valley to try to, CIML is pretty strong in this state, right? But if you can get a couple key wins there, that helps you for seeding later on. And, in this case, you're just trying to move up. Johnson right now is the clear number 1 team in the state. But, Dowling, I've always felt like Dowling has enough talent to play with and beat teams like Johnson. It's just they have to put themselves in that position to be ready to meet that challenge.
So when they play in their floor game like tonight, and they were off a little bit thanks to Ankeny and their zone defense, 1-2-2 full court, and then the 2-3 zone. You don't see a whole lot of it. It can catch you off guard. They figured that out eventually, and then when you're able to break the press and run, and then that's kind of the cherry on top of the frosting. But that's kind of how it happened tonight. Dowling got a slow start, led by 3 at the end of the first quarter, and a lot of that's credit to Ankeny and what head coach Nate Tobey has done.
And he's doing a good job of switching up. I feel like this is maybe the best that Dowling's ever handled the zone in the 7 years I've been around. Usually they see that 3, they just want to bomb away, and that is taking the bait to shoot the shot that defense wants. And today, I thought early on they not panicked, but they were sloppy against the zone. Once they figured it out, again, to go 7 for 7 from 2 in the second quarter, that means you're moving the ball well, you're being very efficient and patient. And then some threes fell as well.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back with the start of the second half in this girls' contest. At halftime, Dowling Catholic leading Ankeny 30-17 in this top 10 matchup in Class 5A, along with Scott Babin at Mark Amadale. We'll return in 1 minute here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Support for programming comes from Klein Electric, a local family-oriented electrical contractor, a 100% employee-owned company with branches across the Midwest to provide comprehensive electrical services. Klein Electric is able to help with any residential and commercial project. Learn more at kleinelectric.com.
Mercy One is proud to support Iowa Catholic Radio. Mercy One has convenient locations right in your neighborhood. From unexpected illnesses to regular checkups, Mercy One is here for you. Schedule online at mercyone.org.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Caldwell Parish Funeral Home and Crematory. Caldwell Parish offers services that are unique to the individual while following the Catholic funeral rites. Caldwell Parish Funeral Home and Crematory, Des Moines' only Catholic-owned and operated funeral home.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Bozen the Florist. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, weddings, whatever the message, say more with Bozen. Bozen.com, 515-244-ROSE. Bozen makes the moment mean more.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym, underway in the second half. 30-17 remains the score. Dowling girls leading the Ankeny Hawkettes. Mark Amadale, Scott Babinett. Ankeny with the first possession. They throw it away. So turnover. Dowling gets the ball against the zone. They work it inside to Muller, and she has the ball tipped away from her. And now Ankeny the other way. Down court, Jayla Williams with a shot up and good. And the Hawkettes running the court. She has 6 points.
And that's a good attack for them. They need to get as many easy baskets to try to get back into this game, and they've knocked the lead under Oh, they're still double digits, not down to 11, sorry.
Now, Zediker, corner three, good. The assist from Ellie Olsen. And Ava, who had 4 points at halftime, now with 7. And it's 33-19 Dowling as we played a minute into the third quarter.
I feel like Ava wanted to make sure I knew it was still double digits.
All right, we got 3 seconds in the lane on the Hawkettes, as I don't think Savannah Gage got out of the lane fast enough.
And those are turnovers. You know, no coach wants a turnover, period. But those are really difficult ones to accept there. You just have to keep moving in and out and keep the player movement as well.
2-3 zone by Ankeny. They get it out to Tritton in the corner three, up and good. Layla Tritton from the, left wing. She's got 11 points. First Maroon in double figures, and that is her third 3 of the night. Between her and Katie Muller, they have shot lights out here this week.
Yeah, and that's a great job moving the ball against that zone and getting a wide open shot.
Savannah Gage, a three-pointer. It's no good. Rebound Dowling. Zediker in the front court. She'll think about shooting the 3. Gets it over in the corner. Katie Muller for 3. It's off the back iron, no good. Rebound tracked down by Zediker. And a brand new shot clock for Dowling. And now a corner 3 by Tritton, up and good. Layla with another 3. She's got 14. Timeout, Hawkettes. How about that? 39-19, Dowling by 20, and this will be a full timeout. We'll take it with them. With 6:09 to go, third quarter, Dowling 39, Ankeny 19 here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
This is Dale Alquist with a Chesterton Minute. Have you ever heard someone say, "Why do Christians talk so much about God and so little about humanity?" G.K. Chesterton says that the people who insist that we forget divine things and think of human things end up talking about how helpless human beings are because of their faulty environment or their fatal heredity or their uncontrollable animal instincts. And it all ends with the old fatalist cry that we must forgive everything because there's nothing to forgive. But these things are not the human things. These are the subhuman things, the things we share with animals. The human things are exactly what they dismiss as merely divine. The human things are free will, responsibility, authority, and self-denial. The things that are really human are also divine. Want more than a minute? Chesterton.org.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym out of the Ankeny timeout. 39-19. Dowling's lead now 20 over the Hawkettes. Under 6 minutes to play, third quarter. Ankeny with a corner 3 by Cassie Johnson, up and good. And that breaks the drought by Johnson. She had no points at halftime, has 3. And now a backcourt foul on Ankeny as they come out pressing after the made basket. And this foul will be on Jayla Williams, her first.
And, you know, that's a 3 that Ankeny gets that they're not used to getting from her. She shot 4 for 21 from the season from 3 coming into here. So you got to make her make a couple before you really start to extend out. So
yeah, she's just shooting 18% from the field and 19% from 3. That's a big get for Ankeny there to break the streak. 39-22 Dowling. Maroons get lobbed inside to Ellie Muller. Tries to save it from going out of bounds and can't. Stepped on the baseline as she saved it. And a little high-low there that Dowling was doing from the right elbow to the right block to Ellie Muller. Got to get that ball up. Ellie's, 6'1", maybe 6'2" now, and Maroons just didn't do that. So,
I mean, the good news is they're looking for it.
Yeah, Ankeny the other way. A shot with the left hand, no good by Carson Jacks. Rebound Dowling and Zediker. Maroons in transition. Here's Tritton, head fake, dribbles baseline, can't get off a shot. See if Dowling can work some clock here with 25 on the shot clock. They're working inside to Muller, and she draws the foul, and that'll be on Cassie Johnson, her third.
And again, what makes that play so effective is they play dot to dot and reverse the ball. Muller had positioned the lane early on, and then she came back and got it on the other side when the ball swung. So that's what you need to do.
39-22 Dowling. 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter from the Dowling Gym tonight. Glad you could join us. Underneath Ellie Muller, her shot up and no good. Nice job inside by Jayla Williams, made Ellie alter her shot, puts the rebound shot back up, no good. Rebound Ankeny. Hawkettes running down court, layup no good by Williams is missed. Rebound Zediker. So both teams come up empty on consecutive possessions.
Yeah, the pace is getting a little frantic here. See which team can settle down. It probably needs to be Dowling to try to keep building their lead.
Hawkettes back to man-to-man. Now here's Tritton on the baseline. She's double-teamed. Reverse pass. Deflects off Zedeker. Ball on the floor. And a jump ball called will be Ankeny, or rather Dowling possession. And checking in for the Maroons for the first time in the second half, Macy Harnden. And she'll replace Ellie Olson.
And again, that's a play Dowling likes. They'd like to drive and have Zedeker replace behind the ball. The pass was just a little slow getting back out there, and Gage was able to get her hand on the ball.
39-22 Dowling, 4:20 remaining, third quarter. For the Maroons, it's both Muller sisters along with Layla Tritton, Ava Zedeker, and Macy Harnden, the 5 on the floor. Zedeker through some traffic, layup good, and she went from the left wing all the way to the left block and scored through traffic there, Scott.
Yeah, that was a good strong move there. She kind of had a hesitation dribble in there, if I saw that right, and then attacked on that.
9 points for Zedeker. Tritton with 14 to lead Dowling. Ellie Muller stays on 9 points, which she had at halftime. And now here's underneath Ankeny, shot by Carson Jacks, no good with the right hand. Rebound Dowling and Zedeker.
And Dowling's doing a good job of it.
Ava goes to the lane and travels with the basketball as she tried to split the two defenders who were setting up there, and she split them, but she traveled.
Yeah, I might have been good there before she got that deep to pass it out and then go right into the block herself.
All right, 3:30 to go in the third quarter. Long three by Ankeny. No good by Johnson. Put back up, no good by the Hawkettes. Rebound, well, in and out of the hands of Dowling. Ball still loose on the floor. Gage with it. Out to Williams. Now on the baseline, it gets back over to Jacks, and the Hawks have 25 on the shot clock to work with. So quite a flurry there. Both teams getting some floor burns.
Yeah, Ankeny's playing very spirited to get back into this game. They just haven't had shots fall. They've had some easy ones inside there, just either going over the rim or they're just shooting them a little too quick.
Keene for three, good. She's got a nice shot. She's hit that a few times tonight. Ainsley Keene with her 8th point and her second three of the night, 41-25 Dowling. 2:45 to go third quarter. Here's Tritton, dribbles baseline. Kicks it out to Katie Muller. Over to Harnden, almost lost it. Saves it in front of the Dowling bench, and the ball slapped away by Jayla Williams.
But the ball movement, again, is good. A kick out and one more pass. You'd like to see the pass be so Harnden could have taken that three, but got a little slow there.
Maroons found the ball with 20 on the shot clock. Here's Harnden with it. Gets into Zedeker, dribbles to the corner, left side. I'll skip past to us, and we got an offensive foul on Dowling away from the action. We're going to get Ellie Muller for the illegal screen.
I think she was trying to work into post position and just kind of force her way through there.
That'll be her first foul, as it was Ellie with the foul. First team foul on Dowling here in the third quarter. The Hawkettes of Ankeny with 2, and they bring the ball across the timeline. Carson Jacks leaves it for Gage. They work a 2-player game on the right side. And now whistle and a foul on Dowling. They'll get Harnden for her second, as she was tied up there. It'll be the second team foul on Dowling here in the third quarter.
Now, if you'd said it was Harnden again, they gave it to someone else, I was going to say something's up tonight. The first two they gave to, Zedeker and Tritton?
Yeah. Now a long three. Good again by Cassie Johnson. She's working on that 19% three-point percentage, and she's got back-to-back threes, and she has 6 points for Ankeny. It's 41-28.
Now, Dowling, again, they're closing off the post entry, and they're closing off the drives initially. That's why you got to keep moving the ball, probing, that retreat dribble that Katie just did. Now her sister's open. And
now Muller backs in Cassie Johnson underneath, layup good. That's Ellie Muller's first basket of the second half. She has 11 points, 43-28, Dowling by 15. Maroons have led by as many as 20 here in the third quarter, but the Hawkettes have battled back with a pair of threes by Cassie Johnson. Now a long three, no good again by Johnson. And the rebound Ankeny, or rather rebound Dowling, and Ankeny drops back to man-to-man.
And if you're playing the percentage game, you're going to let her take those shots. And if that was something that beats you, you know you're playing the percentages. So
now Ava Zedeker down the left side, shot with the left hand, no good. Drew the foul. Carson Jacks with her second foul. It'll be foul number 3 on Ankeny, and it is. So Zedeker to the line for her first free throws of the evening. Ava tonight, 9 points, comes in averaging just under 21. First free throw good. Tonight's game on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network brought to you in part by Catholic Tuition Organization, Skeffington's Formal Wear, and Klein Electric. Mark Amadale, Scott Babinet from the Dowling Gym. Both free throws good by Zedeker. She now has 11 points in the contest.
And for her, it's been kind of a quiet 11. But what she's doing here, being more patient in the second half. And, I always contest with great offensive players. The ball's not going through. You've got to get to the line, see the ball go through, and everything that's her get-right area is the free throw line.
Ava Zedeker headed to Creighton University. Committed to them, and now Ankeny travels with the basketball. So turnover against the Hawkettes will be Dowling basketball. Zedeker with 11 points now, 14 points for Tritton, 11 points for Ellie Muller. Some of the scoring for Dowling Catholic. For Ankeny, 8 points for Ainsley King. Jayla Williams being held to 6 right now. Carson Jack, 6 points, and Savannah Gage, 2 points for the Hawkettes. Final 40 seconds of the third quarter, Dowling with the ball. Corner 3 by Harnden, up, no good. And offensive rebound Dowling. And a 1 second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And the Maroons will try to hold for the final seconds of the game, potentially here, Scott.
Well, if they do it right, they will get the last shot of this quarter. And so they've just done a good job here recognizing Ankeny. The first couple drives, they're stopping, and they're stopping the post-ups. But you move that ball, you get dribble drives, retreat dribbles, they kind of relax when they think they got you stopped. You'll get the shot you want.
All right, 7 on the shot clock. Zedeker coming off a ball screen by Tritton. Down the left side, her shot up, and it's blocked by Savannah Gage, and that violates the shot clock. And there might be time left. Let's see, they got 1/10 of a second left, which I thought it was a 1 or 2 second differential, so the officials now will huddle up. 45-28. Dowling with the lead. 1/10 of a second left. Let's see what Scott Lawler, Michael Lawler, Travis Carroll, and Tyler Eason say. And they're telling Mr. Crandall here what they want put back on the clock. It'll be Ankeny basketball, and throwing it in will be Savannah Gage. 4/10 of a second. We'll go with that. Gage looking for Jax, gets it to her, and that's how the quarter will end, as she won't get a shot off in the back court. So we've come to the end of 3 quarters of play here in this girls Class 5A Central Iowa Metro League Conference game. And it's Dowling 45, Ankeny 28, alongside Scott Babinet, Mark Amadale. We'll return with the fourth quarter in 1 minute on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Hi, this is Matt Wilcomb from Iowa Catholic Radio. We hear so many stories of those who've been positively impacted by this station, including Luke, who says the programs helped him understand the faith and turned out to be an important part of his journey towards the seminary. Friends, in this season of giving, how about offering the gift of hope through Iowa Catholic Radio? To make a tax-deductible donation to our year-end appeal, just click on the banner at iowacatholicradio.com or call 515-223-1150. Thank you for your support.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Caldwell Parish Funeral Home and Crematory. Caldwell Parish offers services that are unique to the individual while following the Catholic funeral rites. Caldwell Parish Funeral Home and Crematory, Des Moines' only Catholic-owned and operated funeral home.
Support for programming comes from Klein Electric, a local family-oriented electrical contractor, a 100% employee-owned company with branches across the Midwest to provide comprehensive electrical services. Klein Electric is able to help with any residential and commercial project. Learn more at kleinelectric.com.
KWKY Des Moines, K233BT Des Moines, KIHS Adel.
Hey, we're back here at the Dowling Gym. We start the fourth quarter. Dowling girls leading 45-28 over the Ankeny Hawkettes in this top 10 matchup. 8th ranked Ankeny, 4th ranked Dowling. Hawkettes coming in, winning 4 in a row. Dowling comes in, winning 3 of their last 4 contests in the always tough CIML. Hawkettes have the ball first. They'll launch a 3. Good by Carson Jax. That's her 9th point of the contest. And her first 3 of the night, full court pressure, 2-2-1 full court press by Ankeny. Dowling gets to Ellie Muller, will work the far sideline and get across the timeline. Now here's Harnden with it, who gets the start here in the fourth quarter. As Katie Muller will sit down, a long 3, no good. Ellie Muller, the offensive rebound and put back right over Cassie Johnson. And Ellie with her 13th point there, Scott.
Yeah, that was a good follow-up on that rebound there to keep the ball alive there.
47-31, Dowling by 16. Again, the Maroons have led by as many as 20 here in the second half. After leading by 13 at halftime, 30-17. And now Harnan with the foul, and that'll be Macy's third foul. And Scott, we got to look at some of the third quarter numbers.
Yeah, third quarter, Ankeny was 4 for 11 from the field, 3 for 6 from the three-point line, no free throws, 4 rebounds, 3 turnovers. Dowling 5 for 12 from the field, 3 for 5 from 3, 2 for 2 from the line, 8 rebounds, and 4 turnovers.
All right, Savannah Gage with it for Ankeny. Gets it over to Kyla Shapfeld, who just checked in. Shapfeld, a 5'8 sophomore, wearing number 4. Now reverse layup, good. That's Jayla Williams getting loose underneath for her 8th point. Full court pressure by Ankeny. Tritton with it. Diagonal pass over to Harnden. Gets it across the timeline. 6.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. 47-33 Dowling by 14.
And Dowling hasn't really struggled against the press. The last thing they just need to do is attack for layups there. But if they didn't have it, they did the right thing there and pulled out to get into offense and make them use a lot of effort on defense.
Here's Harnden with it, picks up her dribble and nearly committed the turnover with a 5-second count. Here's Zedeker, 3 on the shot clock. Corner 3 by Tritton, left it short. Rebound Dowling, but it's a shot clock violation. Shot clock violation, that's the 4th one we've seen tonight. Both teams with 2 shot clock violations while on offense.
Yeah, I've got Dowling for 3 total. 1 in the first half, 2 this. Almost one each quarter.
Yeah, 1 at the end of the half. I forgot about that. You're right. All right, 5:45 to go. 47-33 here in the fourth quarter. Ankeny with the ball. Shot up and no good by Ankeny's Carson Jacks. Rebound slapped out of bounds. Harnden had it, and she had it snapped away from her. It'll be Dowling basketball, and here comes the press. We got a little 1-2, 1-1 full court press.
Yep. Just going to present the ball to the middle and hit a guard going down the other side there.
Just like you called it. Got it to Harnden in the middle. Now to Zedeker, left sideline, and now she dribbles to the middle, and the Maroons will reset with 5.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Dowling leads this series dating back to 2006, 15-14 over Ankeny, and the Maroons have won 5 of the last 7 meetings between the two teams. The Maroons have won 13 of the last 15 meetings against Ankeny in the always tough CIML. All right, here's Tritton underneath, 7 on the shot clock, left it for Ellie Muller. Her shot left short, and a rebound Ankeny and Jayla Williams. Hawkettes down court. Underneath, shot blocked by Ellie Muller, but out of bounds as Jax has her shot blocked, and Katie Muller will check in for the Maroons, replacing Ellie Olsen.
And with Ellie there, she's 6'1", 6'2", and where she shot it from, basically she would be 5'6". You know, she's got to get that ball up and extend it above the defense. They shouldn't be able to block it down there. They get it up above there.
Here's Jax with it, working against Harnden over on the right side. Now they play a little catch, hands it off to Gage, guarded by Tritton. Gage works baseline and draws a foul. And if that's on Tritton, that'll be her 3rd. We'll see what Travis Carroll gives us, and it is.
Yeah, they're saying she, on defense, when the drive starts, she's putting up the arm bar and stunting the drive.
So fouls on Dowling, Tritton with 3, Macy Harnden with 3, Zedeker with 2 fouls, and 1 foul for Ellie Muller. So the Dowling foul situation for Ankeny, Cassie Johnson with 3 and Carson Jacks with 2. A couple others with 1 each, and that includes Jade Moser and Jayla Williams. All right, 20 on the shot clock, Dowling by 14, and a baseline jumper good by the Hawkettes' Savannah Gage. Oh, check that, Carson Jacks with her 11th point.
And they're doing a good job of basically isolating on a defender and either backing them down or getting them on the drive.
12-point lead for Dowling. Their 20-point lead has dwindled down. Corner 3, no good by Katie Muller. Rebound Ankeny and Savannah Gage. Hawkettes with 4 minutes to play, down 12. Big possession here for the Ankeny team, and I'm sure for Coach Nate Toby trying to get something and get this game within 10.
Again, they're attacking Harnden here to try to get open shots.
And Bank three-pointer by Cassie Johnson, no good. Rebound Zedeker and a reach-in foul on Ankeny. We'll see if they get Jacks for it. Nope, they're going to get Jayla Williams for her second. 5'10" sophomore who's got every Division I team chasing her down.
She's a really good player. You know, she's wiry, strong, you know, explosive to the basket.
She's been held to 8 points tonight. And 2 fouls. Dowling breaks the press underneath Harnden. Layup good. Zedeker with the assist. And Harnden's basket is good. Foul on Ankeny. And they're going to get Cassie Johnson with her 4th. So Harnden with a chance for an and one has 5 points tonight. The chance for 6.
And that was just it was great to get to Zedeker on the break there and attack, and she gets the and one to Harnden by her creativity there.
Harnden makes the free throw. She's got 6 tonight off the bench for Dowling. Long 3 coming. It's no good by Ankeny. Jacks with the miss. Rebound Harnden. Dribbles across the timeline with 3:20 remaining. Dowling 50, Ankeny 35. Maroon lead back to 15 after getting as close as 12. Hawkettes tried to get it into single digits. Corner 3, good by Layla Tritton. Timeout Dowling. Tritton with her 17th point. Leads all scorers, and this will be a full timeout. We'll take it with them. 3:04 to go here in the fourth quarter. Dowling Catholic 53, the Ankeny Hawkettes 35. We'll return to the Dowling Gym after these messages on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. AshworthVision.com.
Support for programming is provided by Construction Professionals, serving customers through a proven process, creating unique design, functionality, and artistic beauty. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. CPCustomHomes.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from the Catholic Tuition Organization. Reduce or eliminate your Iowa income tax and instead give to the Catholic Tuition Organization and receive 75% Iowa tax credits. These tax credits are going fast, so reserve yours today and learn more about the Catholic Tuition Organization at ctoiowa.org. ctoiowa.org. The bottom line, it's for the kids and their futures.
Catholic Tuition Organization, a great investment in our kids.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym. Great crowd on this Friday night, the final home game for the Dowling girls and boys basketball teams. Maroon girls lead Ankeny 53-35, make it 53-38. Three-pointer by Keene is good, and she's got 11 points. That's her third 3 of the night. 2:45 to go. Pressure in the backcourt by Ankeny. Zedeker dribbles through it, and the Maroons will set the offense as Ankeny goes from zone pressure to man-to-man defense here, Scott.
And it's going to be hard for them to come back if Dowling doesn't help them along the way here. They just need to keep moving the ball and to get the shot right there.
And Ellie Moeller underneath has her shot blocked. Jayla Williams, the sophomore, gets up. Spin move in the lane, layup no good, and Moeller comes down and Ellie gets the rebound. So one deed deserves another. It's a great block by the sophomore Jayla Williams on Ellie Moeller. And she had to climb the ladder there.
But sometimes I think Ellie brings the ball down too low when she's under attack.
Harnden underneath, and she goes right around Savannah Gage for the basket. Macy Harnden off the bench with 8 points tonight.
Sorry to talk over you. She's just done a really good job tonight.
Ankeny down court. Layup is no good by Savannah Gage. Rebound Dowling. Here is Zedeker with it. Leaves it for Tritton to see if Dowling will work some clock with 1:45 to go and nursing a 55-38 lead. And you mentioned during the break, Layla Tritton having a great night shooting. She has 17 points. Corner 3 by Harnden, no good. And we got to have a loose ball foul called on Dowling and Katie Moeller. Her'll be her second. Team foul number 3 on Dowling here in the fourth quarter. Ankeny with 3.
I think the coaches like to let that go a little bit, maybe do what they say, tag up to challenge the ball so the rest of the girls can get back on defense rather than have the foul.
Hawkettes with the ball. 55-38 Dowling. 1:15 to go. Here's Jax backing in against Katie Moeller. Her shot no good. Moeller Katie gets the rebound. Outlet pass to Zedeker. And the Hawks will drop back. Hawkettes, rather, will drop back with 65 seconds remaining. And Dowling's going to start emptying their bench as see some substitutions potentially check in. So just wind the clock, let it down to 15.
The interaction sometimes with the point guard and the referee's late. Look for those 5-second calls.
Ball tipped out of bounds. 7 on the shot clock. Checking in for Dowling will be Leah Brauch, 5'4" sophomore, along with number 21, Kaylee Klein, 5'11" freshman. So freshman and sophomore check in. Herndon and Tritton will sit down with 42 seconds remaining on the game clock. 7 on the shot clock. And Zedeker will inbound the ball across from us in front of the Dowling student body on the west side of the gym, near the north baseline. And she gets the ball into Brauch, and a whistle, and the ball tipped out of bounds. Says Mike Lawler, our official over there, with 4 on the shot clock. Got to have these shot clock plays. You guys, you coaches all set for that? You all
always,
set for that, Scott?
always.
There you go.
Always. You just got to be willing to shoot.
And they can't. Another shot clock violation. Is that number 5 for Dowling tonight?
I believe that is.
So Maroons have been guilty of 5. They call them turnovers. We're going to call
them
violation, turnovers. So
travel's a violation. So this has to be.
But we haven't had the shot clock. I didn't know if we call that a violation when the.
It is kind of weird that you'll get a shot off, but it's an air ball, so it's a violation. So it's a bad shot and a turnover.
Yeah. All right, 24 seconds left. The shot clock is still on, and now an air ball by Ankeny. Keene misses the shot, and 15 seconds left, and the shot clock turned off, and Dowling's going to win it. Maroons will concede. Zedeker will dribble it out right in front of the Dowling bench. And congratulations to the head coach, Kristen Myers, as Dowling wins it 55-38 over the Ankeny Hawkettes. The Maroons improved their record to 5 wins and 3 losses. They've now won 4 of the last 5, and the Ankeny Hawkettes have their 3-game winning streak snapped as Ankeny, or rather the 4-game winning streak snapped. Ankeny now falls to a record of 6 wins and 3 losses as number 4 Dowling defeats number 8 Ankeny 55-38. We'll take a 2-minute break. Brady Grimm, our studio producer tonight, take a 2-minute break. We'll wrap up scoring and have our post-game show coming up here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network stations. Again, the final in our Class 5A Central Iowa Metro League girls game. Dowling Catholic 55, Ankeny 38. Along with Scott Babinett, Mark Amadale will return after this 2-minute break on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Faith Check with Greg Ewell on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Welcome to this Faith Check. You know, as Catholics, we believe that the Holy Bible is God's inspired word. However, we don't hold that our Lord intended the Bible alone to be our sole teacher in the Christian faith. Just think how easily the meaning of an email can be misinterpreted and sometimes cause great strife between people. Then take the Bible, which is infinitely longer, more complex, and written millennia ago in a world different from our own, and we begin to see why Jesus would not have entrusted his teaching to a book. The church looks to what it calls sacred tradition, rooted in things like church councils, creeds, the early fathers of the church, to safeguard our interpretation of God's word. All of the Catholic Church's beliefs can be traced back to the earliest Christians. Christ entrusted his teaching to the 12 apostles, whom he gave authority to teach all nations in the assistance of the Holy Spirit. The apostles then ordained bishops who have succeeded them down to this present day. The Catholic Church is a living voice that rings out for all to hear, proclaiming and interpreting God's word to every generation. This is Greg Ewell for Faith Check.
Brightside Aesthetics by Ducharme Dermatology provides advanced and medical aesthetics, body contouring, wellness, and spa services. Learn more at brightsideiowa.com. Thank you, Brightside Aesthetics, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Mercy One is proud to support Iowa Catholic Radio. Mercy One helps you live your best life. Find personalized care for you and your loved ones at mercyone.org.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Westgate Dental, offering cosmetic, family, implant, and general dentistry. Located at 1073rd Street, Suite 1 in West Des Moines, just behind Dowling Catholic High School. Learn more at westgatedentalia.com.
Support for programming comes from Klein Electric, a local family-oriented electrical contractor, a 100% employee-owned company with branches across the Midwest to provide comprehensive electrical services. Klein Electric is able to help with any residential and commercial project. Learn more at kleinelectric.com.
And we're back here at the Dowling Catholic High School Gym. Final in Game 1. Dowling Catholic girls defeating Ankeny 55-38. Dowling girls now with a record of 5-3, and they will play their next game tomorrow afternoon as part of the Johnston High School Winter Tip-Off Classic going on at Johnston High School, not too far away. And Dowling will play at 3:30 tomorrow. 4th-ranked Dowling taking on number 7 Pleasant Valley. The Pleasant Valley Spartans, the defending Class 5A champs. The Maroons will have a rematch with them tomorrow afternoon. And Scott Babinet, you got to look at some of the statistics, and if you got your calculator, and by calculator, folks, I mean his hands and toes. Go right to it.
I think I'm close here, Mark. I'm a little skeptical tonight. I have it as Ankeny is 16 for 46 from the field tonight, 0 for 2 from the line, 16 rebounds, 4 offensive, and 11 turnovers. For the Maroons, 21 for 42 from the field, 5 for 8 from the three-point line, 30 rebounds, 8 of them offensive, and 13 turnovers.
All right, let's take a look at scoring. First of all, for the visitors from the Ankeny Hawkettes, as they were led in scoring, they had 2 players in double figures, led by senior Carson Jacks with 11 points, followed by sophomore Ainsley King with 11 points. 8 points for Jayla Williams, 6 points for Cassie Johnson, and 2 points for Savannah Gage for the Hawkettes, as 5 players, all starters in double figures. Off the bench, Jade Moser did not score, and Maddie Anselme, who was in there briefly, and Kayla Chatfield, all 3 of those young ladies did not score in the contest. For Dowling Catholic, the Maroons had 3 players in double figures, led by the junior tri-captain, that's Layla Tritton. She tossed in 17 points to lead all scorers tonight. She was followed by Ellie Muller, the sophomore for Dowling, with 13 points, and then Ava Zediker, the junior of the tri-captains, with 11. Rounding out scoring for Dowling, off the bench, Macy Harnden with 8 points, 4 points for Katie Muller, and the third tri-captain, Ellie Olson for Dowling, with 2 points. Dowling went 6 of 9 at the free throw line. Ankeny just 0 for 2 at the line. Dowling got out to a 11-8 first quarter lead. The Maroons outscored the Hawkettes 19-9 in the second quarter. Dowling led Ankeny 30-17 at halftime. The Maroons outscored Ankeny 15-11 in the third quarter. Dowling had a 45-28 lead going into the fourth, and both teams played to a 10-10 tie in the fourth quarter. The Maroons win it 55-38. Scott Babinet, and that'll wrap up game 1.
Yeah, it was a good balanced attack for Dowling tonight. I thought Zediker did a good job of not forcing too much, but letting the game come to her, and the other girls shined tonight from the, especially off the bench. I thought Macy Harnden had a great contribution. Early in the year, I was probably a little critical that she'd come in and give points, but she was struggling on the defensive side. Tonight, that didn't happen. She is getting better at that and becoming a real plus player for the Maroons off the bench.
Well, Scott, thank you very much for the first half of the season. We're going to take a couple weeks off and come back in January. Our next broadcast will be at the Urbandale Gym, and that Tuesday, January 2nd. So looking forward to seeing you there. But in the meantime, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and thanks for all you do to assist with our CIML and high school basketball broadcasts.
Yes, and Mark, it's a pleasure working with you. I know you probably wouldn't want me to say this, but congratulations on your award from the other night.
Thank you.
Well deserved. And
I haven't talked to our listeners about that, but I appreciate you bringing that up.
I know.
Yes.
I'll bring it up. I'll make you talk about it.
Now you are, and with that being said, I was very honored to be awarded the Fiat Award, supporting the mission of Iowa Catholic Radio, and that was at our Christmas party a week ago tonight. I appreciate that, and it was very unexpected, and thanks to Joe Teeling and all the folks at Iowa Catholic Radio, the board, and the people that I got to answer to. It's like, hey, who's that guy you had on the other night? I said, oh, that's Jimmy Cataldo. Well, no, the girls guy. Oh, that was Jimmy Cataldo. So that's always my answer, Scott, when I get in a little bit of trouble.
You keep me out of trouble. Huh?
I just mentioned Cataldo, but no, thank you. I was very honored, and with that plaque, and it's like I said, I'm not here unless I surround myself with good people. Kristen Meyer and Coach Toby, they surround themselves with good assistant coaches. Well, I have great people on the air all the way back to when I first started. Jim Swift and company helped me out with football, and Jim was a Hall of Famer at Dowling here and at the University of Iowa. So I go all the way back to the late 80s, early 90s. So that's where it is I just try to pick the right people, and you're one of them.
I appreciate that.
So thank you for that, and we look forward to that. And Scott, blessings to you and your family, and we'll talk to you next year.
You as well, Mark.
Thank you. Scott Babinet, my broadcast partner. We'll take a break, come back, preview the boys' game. Mike Swaim is in the house tonight, as Mr. Babinet doesn't have to do double duty. He's sitting in for Jimmy Cataldo, whose daughter is graduating the nursing school at Iowa tonight. So Jimmy's on the road. Hopefully he's feeling better, but Mike Swaim will join me. We'll take a 1-minute break and return for the boys' pregame. Dowling and Ankeny, final in the girls' contest. Dowling Catholic 55, Ankeny 38. We'll return with Mike Swaim in 1 minute on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
I'm Father Thomas Loya, and this week on Light of the East on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, do not celebrate the holidays. Rather, truly contemplate the great mystery of the Incarnation and be transformed by it. Do not say Merry Christmas. Say instead, Christ is born, glorify Him. Don't just buy gifts, become a gift. Live always in the timelessness of Christmas. Light of the East, Sunday mornings at 10:30 on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Caldwell Parish Funeral Home and Crematory. Caldwell Parish offers services that are unique to the individual while following the Catholic funeral rites. Caldwell Parish Funeral Home and Crematory, Des Moines' only Catholic-owned and operated funeral home.
Support for programming comes from Klein Electric, a local family-oriented electrical contractor, a 100% employee-owned company with branches across the Midwest to provide comprehensive electrical services. Klein Electric is able to help with any residential and commercial project. Learn more at kleinelectric.com.
And welcome back to the Dowling Catholic Gym. This place is rocking. Friday night, high school girls and boys basketball conference game in the CIML. Mark Hamadil now joined by Mike Swaim. Coach, thanks for joining us, and appreciate having you along.
Always good to be here on a Friday night. We got the pep band going, Mark.
Yep.
Does it get any better than that? I mean, that just screams high school basketball to me.
Coach, Mr. Holland, Steve Holland, taking requests. Came all the way over here. I gave him my Journey playlist, and I haven't heard one song.
Yeah,
so.
That doesn't surprise me. A little Don't Stop Believing by you. There you go.
That's it, but he didn't play it, so we'll just move on. Coach, thanks for joining us. You know, Jimmy Cataldo, I don't know if he's listening or not, but he's headed to Iowa City. His daughter, Mia, graduating nursing school. Matter of fact, called her games here in Iowa Catholic. Congratulations to Mia and everybody that's graduating University of Iowa Nursing School. Tomorrow, Coach Wilson, his daughter, Natalie, is graduating the University of Iowa too. So got the athletic director and head football coach and one of the other coaches, Mr. Cataldo, and my broadcast partner, out with graduations. You got to love that.
It's exciting. And, you know, my son just got back he had an 8 o'clock final today in Iowa City, 8 in the morning. In the final.
Okay.
So he went the whole week, and then he had to finish with an 8 o'clock. I texted him at Mark at 7 just saying, hey, you're up, right? You know that dream where you miss the final? I didn't want that to happen. So now it's great to have all the kids back, and looking forward to a great Christmas break.
Yeah, and this is our final broadcast before the Christmas break, and, of course, we'll visit with Coach Einertson. Didn't get him on during the girls' game. He forgot. He's not used to that. You know, we're trying to get used to a habit here, but he'll be on boys game, win or lose. But what an exciting battle, Dowling and Johnson. But I'll tell you what, Dowling boys, Tuesday night, down at halftime to Southeast Polk. They were trailing, 31-19, a 12-point lead. They dug themselves back out of a hole and came back, outscoring the Rams in the third quarter, 19-14, and outscored them 16-4 in the fourth quarter to pull out a win over Southeast Polk, 54-49. You can't get that far behind with these teams in the CIML, and they can't get away. They won't get away with that tonight with Ankeny.
No, they won't. This Ankeny team is high flying, and I think for Dowling, we're seeing sort of this team trying to get used to Coach Einerson's system and playing together, right, Mark? I mean, you and I did the Valley game, and Dowling looked unbelievable. I thought their performance in that night could have went either way.
Right.
And we're talking about the defending state champs.
Right.
And then the other night, I happened to be able to call the Dowling Waukee game, and it was just a tale of two teams. I mean, really Dowling had no answer. Transition defense wasn't good. Their three-point shooting defense wasn't good. Had real problems scoring the ball. But it was great to see them rebound. And you mentioned about being down. I mean, they were down 7 to start that fourth quarter against Southeast Polk and were able to pull it out. So that's a confidence booster, and that they're certainly going to need that tonight. They cannot let this game get out of control because this Ankeny team can really score the ball.
Yes, they can. We should take a look at some other games going on tonight before we dive into this one. We're just about 3 minutes away from introductions. Last night, girl-boy doubleheader, Johnston at Valley in the girls' game. Number 1 Johnston girls defeated Valley 67-50. In the boys' game, number 1 Valley rolled on Johnston 81-49. Tonight, it's Urbandale at Southeast Polk and Waukee at Ankeny Centennial. So Johnston Valley and Waukee Northwest have the night off tonight. Tomorrow, some boys action. Waukee Northwest at Sioux City East. That'll be 11:30 up in Sioux City at the Tyson Event Center. How about this one over in Norwalk? Number 1 Valley, number 6 Norwalk, Class 4A, 2 o'clock in the Norwalk gym. And then Urbandale is at East tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. But that'd be a dandy over there in Norwalk, wouldn't it?
That's going to be a great game. I just wish that thing was either a Friday or a Saturday night, right? I mean, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I still think Norwalk's going to bring a good crowd. But, boy, you'd love to see Valley try and go into that sort of hornet's nest over there in Norwalk on a Friday night. It should be a great game, though.
It will be for a non-conference game. Tonight, other games, and we'll talk about the Iowa Alliance Conference that has the 5 Des Moines schools. Hoover is at East. North is at Lincoln. These are all girl-boy doubleheader. Roosevelt travels down to Ottumwa and Fort Dodge at Marshalltown. So that's a look at the lineup for tonight. I want to thank Bozen the Florist, Ashworth Vision, and Construction Professionals for supporting our broadcast. And, you look at this Ankeny Hawks team. Head coach Brant Carlson, 8th year, led them to a state title back in 2000, and they got the Aguirre brothers, and then Carson Johnson averaging 25.5 points. He threw up 40 the other night on Tuesday night, and this will be watching him play will be a lot of fun, but watching Dowling try and defend him will be even interesting.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Coach Einerson tries to do. Do you face guard him? Do you double team him and make him give up the ball? He is shooting over 50% from the three-point range. He's just a lights-out player. Again, we mentioned averaging 25 a game. He had 22 the other night against Johnston. So this is going to be a lot of fun to see how Dowling is going to play him, and everybody's got to know where he's at on the floor.
Well, you look at the benches, and Ankeny, obviously their starting 5, that's where they get a bulk of their points. For Dowling, they got a bonus on Tuesday night in the win over Southeast Polk. As Maddox Capola off the bench for Dowling, the sophomore, 10 points. They're going to need that with Riddick Metten, Ryan Kleppe, Joe Broderick, and Joey Capola. They can score, but they're going to need that bench support too.
Yeah, Mark, going back to some of the years that we've done Dowling when they've been successful, they've had guys that could come off of that bench, give you 6, 8, 10 points or a big shot when you need it. Good to see Maddox Capola get into that flow. He's done other really good things this year, but the scoring hasn't been there. I think they're going to need that tonight.
Absolutely. Alongside Mike Swaim, I'm Mark Amadale. We're going to get set for boys CIML basketball, but first we'll take a 1-minute break and come back as introductions will be done here at the Dowling Catholic Gym. Mark Amadale, Mike Swaim, getting set for boys CIML basketball Class 4A. And we'll take a 1-minute break and be back with the starting lineups and tip-off on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Iowa Catholic Radio is supported by our listeners and business underwriters as we connect listeners to Christ while bridging the gap between the church and the marketplace, seeking God in both. If you own a business that you'd like to use to help further this mission, email Deacon Mark at iowacatholicradio.com. And we encourage you to thank the many businesses who choose to underwrite programming on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. Your presence is vital as we participate in the church and the marketplace, seeking God in both.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Bozen the Florist. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, weddings, whatever the message, say more with Bozen. Bozen.com, 515-244-ROSE. Bozen makes the moment mean more.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Skeffington's Formal Wear, in business since 1951, with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Skeffington's Formal Wear, fitting you for life celebrations. Online at skeffingtons.com.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym. Introductions being done on the floor. Earlier tonight, the Dowling girls pick up their 5th win of the season, defeating Ankeny 55-38. Now the boys' game. We'll start with the visitors from Ankeny. The head coach is Brant Carlson in his 8th year. They were state champs in 2020. He's assisted by Jamie Montgomery. Johnny Orr's grandson is one of the assistants, along with Lincoln Conry and Luke Parkinson. They'll start this lineup at one guard for the Hawks. Rio Aguirre, 6'1 sophomore, averaging 11.5 points, wearing number 35. The other guard, Carson Johnson, their leading scorer, averaging 25.5 points, 4.5 rebounds. Johnson will wear number 11. One forward, Cash Schoolin, 6'4 senior, averaging 5.5 points. The other forward is Leo Aguirre. Yes, they're brothers. 6'3 senior, averaging 13.5 points. And at center, Cade Peterson, a 6'6 senior, averaging 4 points. Hawks come in with a record of 5-1, averaging 69 points on offense, giving up 59 points on defense. For Dowling, their usual starters they've been going with, Cole Southard and Joey Capola at the guards. Riddick Metton, Ryan Kleppe at the forward, and Joe Broderick at center. The Maroons come in averaging 58 points on offense and give up 58 points on defense. And the Maroons' record is 3-3. Ankeny's record 5-1. Dowling wins the tip, and here we go, man-to-man to start off here, Mike. We'll see how this all shakes out. And Capola down the lane, it opened up. His layup is good. Looked like the sea parted, and Joey was expecting help defense, and it didn't come.
Well, I think Dowling's hoping it's going to be that easy all night because they didn't get any of those looks against Waukee the other night.
Nobody rotated over. Now Aguirre down the lane. His shot no good. That's Leo. Put back no good. The tip up and in by Cade Peterson. He was just a garbage collector there and tipped it in.
Yeah, a couple of chances that time by Ankeny. Dowling's got to do a great job tonight keeping them off the offensive glass.
All right, Broderick gets himself underneath. The layup good. He went right up and over. Cade Peterson, Joe Broderick with the first basket. Or for his first basket, Dowling leading 4-2. Just powered his way in there. Now the Hawks with it. Cash Schoolin coming off a ball screen down the lane. His shot blocked by Kleppe and saved by Dowling. Kleppe comes up with it as it bounced off of Cole Southard. Now in transition, here's Capola for three off the back iron, no good. Rebound Schoolin. Down the court he goes, layup no good, drew the foul. And Southern may have picked up the foul here, says Travis Carroll.
Yeah, you see that a lot, Mark, on the three-pointers. You get a long rebound. Nice recognition that time by Schoolin that he could take that one-on-one, draw the contact, able to get to the foul line.
Got the free throw line, Cash Schoolin, a 50% free throw shooter on the year. Hits the first one. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio, brought to you in part by Skeffington's Formal Wear, Catholic Tuition Organization, and Klein Electric. Mark Amadale, Mike Swaim tonight here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. Second free throw, no good. Rebound, Broderick. Thanks to Brady Grimm, our studio producer. And game 2 of our girl-boy doubleheader, our final broadcast until next year when we come back on January 2nd, Dowling at Urbandale on the girl-boy doubleheader. Here's Southern on the baseline. Tries a bounce inside to Broderick, does, but he won't shoot. 15 on the shot clock. Both teams open up in man-to-man defense. Broderick for three. It's off the back iron, no good. And the rebound down Ankeny and Cash Schoolin. Hawks in the front court. Leo Aguirre. Hand off to Carson Johnson as Capola draws him. Hawks now with 15 on the shot clock. Here's Aguirre. Backs in against Southern. Gets it over to Peterson. His shot over Broderick, good. Nice inside game that time by Ankeny with Peterson. He's got 4.
Ankeny being really patient. Carson Johnson hasn't even attempted a shot, but sort of distributing and able to find Cade that time.
Yeah, Southern for 3. It's no good. Leo Aguirre with the rebound. The Hawks in transition. He leaves it for his brother Rio. His three-pointer no good. Rebound Broderick. Out to Southern. He'll push it up the floor. Dowling on the offensive end, going right to left towards the south basket. Now Broderick underneath the shot up and good. That's the second time he went over Peterson.
Yeah, just using that body. He's a force down there, just able to get into that time. Cade Peterson. Good finish.
Both teams trading leads. Dowling leads 6-5 as we approach the 5-minute mark. Aguirre fakes the 3, and that's Leo Aguirre, his younger brother on the court. Now in the lane, Carson Johnson with his first shot, left it short. Schoolin with the rebound to put back up and in, and offensive rebounding for Ankeny there.
Yeah, already a couple offensive rebounds in this first quarter. Not a great sign for Dowling. You work so hard defensively, you want to be able to keep him off the glass so you can get out in transition.
Maddox Capola First sub off the bench at the scorer's table, ready to check in for Dowling. Here's Metten in the lane against Aguirre. A shot up and good with the right hand against Leo Aguirre. Riddick Metten.
Yeah, one of the things Dowling's doing really well right now, Mark, is they're spreading the floor, and we're getting these lanes. You know, we saw Joey Coppola that time, Riddick Metten. Good spacing has led to good offense for Dowling.
Now here is Aguirre coming off a ball screen. Reverse layup no good on the pass to School and rebound Dowling. Joey Coppola, who had a tough shooting night the other night, pulls up for three in transition. Good! Hey, Joey was held to just 4 points Tuesday night, and that's his first 3 points of the night. He's got, or check that, 5 points now. It's his first 3-point basket, and Dowling's lead is 4, 11-7 over Ankeny. Hawks in the front court. They go left to right in front of us, wearing their dark black uniforms, gold trim, and white numbers. Here's Rio Aguirre on the baseline. Can't get off a shot against Kleppe. Now Leo in the lane, spins, shot up, and no good. Fight for the rebound, and Southard tits it over to Kleppe. Ryan will dribble in the front court with 3:30 to go. Spins in the lane, loses the ball. Steal by Rio Aguirre. 2-on-1, gives it to his brother. Layup good by Leo Aguirre.
Yeah, great pass that time, a little no-look, brother to brother.
Here's Broderick, head fake down the lane, reverse layup, good. He got Cade Peterson in the lane and had a layup to himself.
Ankeny a little slow getting back in transition. Good recognition that time by Broderick.
Hawks with the basketball. This is Aguirre. Leo jump stop in the lane and draws the foul, and that'll be on Riddick Metten. So Riddick will pick up his first foul. Substitutions coming in for Dowling. They have a couple of players ready to go in. Maddox Coppola and Dante Cataldo are set to check in for Dowling. Free throws coming for Leo Aguirre, who's an 83% free throw shooter on the year. Second foul on Dowling tonight. Southard has one, and now Metten with one. First free throw good by Leo Aguirre.
Well, not only is Joey Coppola getting it done on the offensive end, Mark, he's getting it done on the defensive end. He has drawn the assignment of guarding Carson Johnson. He's face guarding. So far, Carson Johnson's scoreless in this first quarter.
And second free throw good by Leo Aguirre. He's got 4 points. Cash Shulin and Cade Peterson check out for Ankeny. Checking in, Luke Anderson, 6-foot junior, quarterback on the football team, wearing number 25 in for the Hawks. As Dowling with the ball. Here's Mason Coppola drawing the foul, and that'll be on the Hawks. Rio Aguirre, a 6'1 sophomore, picks up his first foul and Ankeny's first foul. Burns will inbound the ball. Also in there, Nolan Dalton, number 23 for Ankeny, a 6'3 senior. Dowling with the ball underneath. Metten has the ball slip out of his hands and recovered by the Hawks. 13-11, Dowling by 2. Now pull-up jumper by Carson Johnson is good, and boy, is he deadly from that right elbow.
Well, how about that crossover, Mark? That was fantastic. And then the soft touch, great play.
All right, Dowling with the basketball, running their offense against Ankeny's man-to-man. Now Coppola dribbles on the baseline, gets to Broderick, puts his head down, turns, shoots, and shot off the mark. Rebound Ankeny on the weak side, and that is Rio Aguirre.
Boy, great position that time by Broderick. Just couldn't get that thing to drop.
Tied at 13. Here we go. Carson Johnson for three. It's no good. Broderick with the rebound, saves it from going out of bounds to Coppola. In transition, Dowling. Metten for three. Good from the right baseline.
Wow, and that starts with a save by Broderick. Going out of bounds. Joey Coppola, smart. Seeing Metten wide open on that three-point line.
Dowling by 3. Down the lane, Carson Johnson. Layup with the left hand. Good. Boy, is he smooth at 6 foot.
He's got a quick first step, too. He was just lightning down that lane.
Johnson with 4. 16-15, Dowling by 1. Minute 30 to go. A long three by Metten is good. He's feeling it tonight. Riddick with his 8th point. His second three of the first quarter. Dowling by 4 over Ankeny, 19-15. Johnson at the free throw line. Pull-up jumper good. What do you do about that?
Well, I mean, I think I jinxed Dowling. I mean, I talked about Carson Johnson hasn't scored, and he's had 6 points now in the last minute. Unbelievable.
What drill is that you and your dad ran that makes him that good? Because that was a crossover and a quick shot.
Yeah, boy, he's got a quick release, doesn't he?
And here's Coppola for 3 off the mark. No good. It goes out of bounds to Ankeny. Dowling by 2, but it'll be Ankeny basketball. More substitutions for the Maroons. Kleppe will return. for the first time tonight, Ollie Aragal, the 6'8 senior for Dowling, number 33. And Nick Frericks. It was him and Dante Cataldo that helped bring back the Bruins from that 11-point halftime deficit in the third quarter Tuesday night against Southeast Polk. So Frericks in there, and he's going to be assigned, guess who? Carson Johnson. Why not put the free safety on him? Maybe that'll do it. All right, here is Nolan Dalton for three for Ankeny. It's no good. Right in front of us. Rebound Frericks and Dowling. Nick with it in the lane. Opening there. Dante Cataldo down the lane. Pull-up jumper blocked. Blocked that time by Luke Anderson.
Well, Dowling can take this down to almost about 3 seconds on the shot clock and the game clock, Mark. So might see if they hold for one.
One quarterback blocks a shot of another. And now we've got a 5-second call on Kleppe. Yep, the count was on, and Tyler Easton had it on him. So the other way we go. Turnover against Dowling. 17 seconds remaining. Ankeny a chance to tie or take the lead here at the end of the first quarter. Carson Johnson dribbles across timeline. Frericks has him. 8 seconds remaining. Shot clock turned off, and a near steal. Now a steal by Cataldo. Dante underneath the shot up, and no good. Drew the foul as the ball hits the back of the rim, and he'll get 2 free throws here with 2.1 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, Mike.
Really good anticipation that time by Cataldo. Good job getting that, and then good clock awareness, knowing that it was just one-on-one, draw the contact.
So Dante, first free throw, no good. He's 1 for 2 on the season. He'll get one more. It's 19-17, Dowling by 2 rather, at the end of the first quarter. Second free throw good. Cataldo 1 for 2. Ankeny, here's Carson Johnson. Half-court shot at the buzzer is no good, and we've come to the end of the first quarter. Here at the Dowling gym with the score. Dowling 20, Ankeny 17. Alongside Mike Swain, I'm Mark Amadale. Will return with the second quarter in 1 minute. Earlier tonight, it was the Dowling girls defeating Ankeny 55-38 in game one. We'll return with the second quarter of the boys contest on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Iowa Catholic Radio is supported by our listeners and business underwriters as we connect listeners to Christ while bridging the gap between the church and the marketplace, seeking God in both. If you own a business that you'd like to use to help further this mission, email Deacon Mark at iowacatholicradio.com. And we encourage you to thank the many businesses who choose to underwrite programming on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. Your presence is vital as we participate in the church and the marketplace, seeking God in both.
Support for programming is provided by construction professionals, serving customers through a proven process, creating unique design, functionality, and artistic beauty. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. cpcustomhomes.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. ashworthvision.com.
And we're back here at the Dowling gym. Packed house on this CIML Friday night. Dowling leading Ankeny 20-17. Mark Amadale, Mike Swain. And Swimmer, Ankeny with the ball as the ball is tapped out of bounds by the Maroons. Your thoughts on that first quarter?
Well, I think just a great offensive quarter for Dowling. I mean, right now they're on pace to score 80 in this game, Mark. I mean, 20 points in that first quarter. I thought their ball movement was really good. I thought their spacing was really good. They've got to really try and do a better job offensively on the offensive glass. And then you got to find Carson Johnson, right? I mean, he started to heat up.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how many they rotate on Johnson. We saw Frericks on him at the end of the first quarter with Capola starting out. Now Broderick in the lane, his shot up. Too strong, no good. Rebound Ankeny and Cade Peterson. And Peterson is no longer guarding Broderick. I noticed that. And now whistling a foul on Metten. So Riddick will pick up his second foul.
That could be a costly foul. And Metten already with 2 now, Mark, with 7-minute mark here.
Dowling was 1 of 2 at the free throw line. That was by Dante Cataldo with 2 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Ankeny 3 of 4 at the free throw line. Carson Johnson dribble handoff right in front of us to Rio Aguirre. Over to his brother Leo. Top of the key back to Rio. Rio on the baseline. Can't get off a shot. 15 on the shot clock. Carson Johnson, top of the key to Luke Anderson for 3, and it's good. So the Hawk quarterback hits the first three of the night, and that's his fourth of the year.
There was a double team on Carson Johnson that time, and good awareness by him, able to find his teammate, and give a lot of credit to Luke Anderson stepping up and knocking down the wide open three.
Tied at 20, Dowling and Ankeny. Metton still in there with 2 fouls, and now Cole Southern for 3, right wing, good. His 10th 3 of the year, and his first 3 this week as he was held scoreless Tuesday night against Southeast Polk. Long 3, no good by Rio Aguirre. Dowling with the rebound. Runs the other way, leading by 3. Southern over to Coppola for 3. It's no good. Rebound, offensive rebound, Broderick. Broderick now pass to Kleppe. It's stolen away by Ankeny, and here's Luke Anderson with the layup that's good. So Anderson off the bench with 5 points.
Yeah, dangerous pass that time from Broderick. He's all the way on the baseline trying to pass that up to the three-point line, and just not a good angle.
6 minutes to play, and Dowling by 1, 23-22. Dowling leads this series 14-13. Ankeny's won 4 of the last 5 of this series. Corner 3 by Southern, up and good. So Cole, one from the right side and this one from the left. He's got 6 points, and Dowling's lead back to 4.
Dowling has had an answer every time Ankeny has gotten closer, taking the lead. Dowling has come right back.
And here's Carson Johnson on the baseline. His shot up and good. Boy, he gets up in the air and he can drill it. He's got 8 points tonight for Ankeny. Hawks are Dowling the other way. Shot up no good. Missed everything. Broderick couldn't get the rebound. And it'll be Ankeny basketball with Cash Shulin back in the lineup. And he'll replace the younger Aguirre. That'll be Rio sitting down.
Well, it's fun watching Carson Johnson, isn't it? I mean, he makes it look just effortless. I mean, when he has the ball, he just sort of like is floating out there. Got great corner awareness, soft touch.
And strong legs. Corner 3, good by Luke Anderson. And I'll tell you what, he's lit it up. 8 points off the bench for the Hawk quarterback. 27-26, Ankeny by 1. And that matches their largest lead. Here's Metton underneath. Jump stop. Can't get off a shot. Coppola in the corner for 3. Good! Joey's feeling it on a Friday night. That's his 8th point of the night.
I mean,
it's a shootout tonight, Mike.
The 3 percentage is just incredible. I mean, they're just going back and forth.
Dowling by 2, 29-27. 4:45 to go. Corner 3 by Carson Johnson. Rare miss. No good. Rebound Broderick and Dowling.
Yeah, that was good defense. Hand in his face. That was a really difficult shot.
Now here's Coppola in the lane with the left hand. His shot no good, draws the foul. Bodies hit the floor. And 2 free throws coming for Coppola as the foul is on Cash Shulin, his first. So Joey, a 57% free throw shooter on the year, has 8 points tonight. A chance to get into double figures. First free throw no good. And I mentioned Jimmy Cataldo not here tonight. His daughter Mia graduating the nursing school. Head coach Tom Wilson, athletic director Tom Wilson Dowling, also gone tonight. His daughter Mallory, had the wrong name. Mallory will graduate tomorrow. And both Jimmy and Coach Wilson trying to get overcome the flu that's been going around. So glad to have you aboard here tonight, Mike, on the final game before the Christmas break. And that last free throw was good by Coppola, and Dowling by 3. Now the ball out of bounds. They're going to say a Ankeny possession off the missed shot.
Yeah, unfortunate. There were 2 Dowling guys right there, and it just went off the hand of Southern that time. Couldn't corral it.
Cataldo back in the Dowling lineup, number 2, replacing Cole Southern, number 1. Hawks inbound the ball to Cade Peterson, big number 33. Now we got an illegal screen on Ankeny. They're going to get, I believe, Peterson for the illegal screen.
Cade Peterson. So they tried to run Carson Johnson off of that little screen. And Cade Peterson just moved. Good call by the official that time.
Was it more of a moving screen?
Yeah.
And a lot of that, we talked about this, I remember last year, it's when the screener, the ball handler doesn't rub off against the screener, so the screener figures he has to go out or she has to go out and get it. Now the illegal screen on Dowling.
Yep, and again, it was a good call. Broderick moved that time, and the officials are consistent. It's been a really clean game.
And both times because the ball handler didn't rub off against the screener.
Correct. Yep.
And then the screener feels it's their duty to go out and find him. And, well, they lead with the hip. That's an offensive foul. And as you mentioned, Broderick picks up his first for Dowling. Both teams with 2 team fouls each. Under 4 minutes left here in the second quarter. Dowling by 3 over Ankeny in the CIML matchup. Now here's Leo Aguirre. Skip pass nearly lost by Nolan Dalton, and he retrieved it. 10 on the shot clock. Dalton loses the ball, but right there is Carson Johnson, guarded by Capola. Long three up, good! He is so smooth, as Carson Johnson.
Just a little crossover step back three for you.
11 points for Carson Johnson. He had 40 the other night. 30, tied at 30 with 3:15 to go. And now a steal underneath by Cade Peterson and Ankeny. As Dowling turns the ball over. Maddox Capola in there for the Maroons. So it's Maddox and his brother Joey in there. And down the lane, a shot up and good. Are they going to count it? I believe they are.
I didn't see the official if they're going to count that. They is. Yeah, that was. They are going to count that.
And that foul will be on Riddick Metten, his third. And this will be, they're going to ask for a full timeout. And this will be a full timeout. We'll talk about it here in a moment. 32-30, Ankeny with the lead with 3:07 to go here in the second quarter. We'll return to the Dowling Gym following this timeout on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Mercy One. Live your best life with Mercy One. With Iowa's largest network of care locations, personalized care is right in your neighborhood. Schedule online at mercyone.org.
Brightside Aesthetics by Ducharme Dermatology provides advanced and medical aesthetics, body contouring, wellness, and spa services. Learn more at brightsideiowa.com. Thank you, Brightside Aesthetics, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Bozen the Florist. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, weddings, whatever the message, say more with Bozen. Bozen.com, 515-244-ROSE. Bozen makes the moment mean more. Support for programming is provided by Construction Professionals, serving customers through a proven process, creating unique design, functionality, and artistic beauty. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. cpcustomhomes.com.
KWKY Des Moines, K233BT Des Moines, KIHS Adel.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym. Free throw good by Carson Johnson. Completes the traditional three-point play. He's got 14 points. And it's 33-30, Ankeny by 3. And now Dowling the other way, and a whistle and a foul on Ankeny.
Yeah, it's going to go on Dalton. That was a nice drive by Kleppe. And again, Dowling spreading the floor. Kleppe taking advantage of it. Gets 2 shots.
First one up and good. Right before the timeout, Mike, we had Carson Johnson in traffic put up a shot. It went in.
Yeah.
And I think Dowling was arguing that maybe it shouldn't have counted or was after the shot.
They thought the foul was before that basket, and the referees counted it. And what's even bigger is that was the third foul on Metten, who is now on the bench.
With 3 fouls.
That's right.
Yeah, 3 fouls. Second free throw good by Kleppe. That's his first points of the night. Comes in averaging 10 points. He had 10 points the other night against Southeast Polk on Tuesday. 33-32. Ankeny by 1. Hawks with the basketball. They go left to right in front of us as we stream tonight's game through the Dowling Huddle account up on YouTube through CISN, if you can follow all that. We're also doing the simulcast with the radio here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Thanks for tuning in. Our final broadcast of the regular or the halfway point of the season, and now a shot up and no good. Jump ball. It'll be Dowling basketball in the alternate possession. I couldn't do that 20 times in practice. I know you do it all the time. You got that down. I didn't.
It's a little unfortunate, though. Dowling played great defense. If that thing comes out, there was no black shirts around. It was going to be Dowling's ball, so now they had to use the jump ball, and now it'll be Ankeny when we get the next jump ball. So
That's right. All right, Nick Frederiksen at the point for Dowling. He and Maddox Capola along with Joe Broderick. Ryan Kleppe. Now Kleppe underneath, and we got a jump ball. He dribble drive in the lane. I think it was Rio Aguirre that came over help side and forced the jump ball.
Yeah, both Aguirres were there for
yeah.
Put the clamps on Kleppe that time.
And the 5th Dowling player on the floor is Dante Cataldo. So Maroons were on a 3-guard offense as they normally do. And now tip from behind by Frerick, stolen away by Broderick. He leads the charge. 3-on-2 fast break. It is stolen away by Leo Aguirre. Stolen back by Dowling. Here's Maddox Capola with it to Cataldo for 3. In and out, no good. And we got a loose ball foul called on Leo Aguirre, I bet. And that'll be Dowling basketball, and Leo will pick up his first.
That was really nice job defensively by Dowling. You had Frericks and Maddox Capola double teaming that time Carson Johnson, able to force that steal, which led to the transition for Dowling.
All right, Maroons, the wholesale changes. Broderick, Maddox Capola, and Frericks sit down. Olier Agal, number 33 in there. Joey Capola back in. Joey takes it to the basket, layup good. Joey attacked the glass and scores. He's got 11 points.
Nice quick move that time by Joey Capola to avoid that block down on the block there.
Dowling with a 1-point lead underneath, layup good. That's Cash Coolin smooth there. That's his 5th point of the night. Now Dowling with the ball underneath, and that's Southard with posting up on Carson Johnson, and a foul on Carson Johnson. Southern did a nice job. He posted up.
Yeah, Mark, he caught his own rebound after the miss and then was able to go up with the shot and draw contact.
So Cole go to the line. First free throw no good. He's got 6 points tonight. All in the second quarter. Misses the first free throw. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio, brought to you in part by Skeffington's Formal Wear, along with Catholic Tuition Organization and Klein Electric. Second free throw no good. So Southern has a pair of 3-pointers for 6 points, but he's 0 for 2 from the line. And Dowling trailing by 1. It's 35-34 Ankeny. Underneath, Schoolin shot no good. Drew the foul, and he'll get 2 free throws. Foul on Dowling on Cataldo, and that'll be Dante's first.
Schoolin, when he catches that ball, Mark, he just sort of, he's got the mentality. He is getting to that basket, sort of lowered his shoulder, draw the contact.
So Cash Schoolin at the free throw line. First one up and good. He's got 6 points tonight. As Olier Agal checks out for Dowling. Second free throw good. Broderick back in. So Schoolin with 7 points. And it's 37-34 Ankeny with its largest lead of 3. And we're in the final 65 seconds of the first half. Reminder at halftime, we'll catch up with Kristen Meyer and members of the Dowling girls basketball team. Earlier tonight, the Dowling girls a winner 55-38 over Ankeny in game 1 of our girl-boy doubleheader. 10 on the shot clock. Broderick with it. Leads it for Kleppe. Fakes the shot. Now takes it underneath. The shot up and in and out, no good. Broderick offensive rebound. Dribbles out of it. Leaves it for Southern. 30 on the shot clock. 38 seconds left in the game clock here in the first half.
It's important to get a good shot here. They've got 25 seconds to go here on the shot clock. Dowling needs a good possession here.
All right, here's Capola coming off a ball screen by Broderick. Shot off the glass, no good. Broderick with the rebound, saved it from going out of bounds. The other way we go, Ankeny with it.
Yeah, Dowling coaching staff was looking for a call that time, got nothing, and now Ankeny with a chance to increase to its biggest lead.
All right, shot clock turned off. 10 seconds remaining. Capola on Carson Johnson. You know it's going to go through him. That's a 5 count on Ankeny. Carson Johnson picks up the turnover. It'll be Dowling basketball, and the Maroons will have it with 7 seconds remaining at half court.
Yeah, good defense that time by Joey Capola. Carson Johnson didn't like it, but Dowling's got to hurry here.
All right, here's Capola across the timeline. This is Joey, guarded by Luke Anderson, and in the corner for 3, good! That's Dante Cataldo on the pass from Capola. How about that? Cataldo with 4 points in the first half with that basket, and we're tied at 37 at halftime.
Great job by Joey Capola bringing that defense in and then kicking it out to Dante Cataldo for the 3. Big shot to end the half.
Dowling 37, Ankeny 37, alongside Mike Swaim. I'm Mark Amadale, and we go to halftime. Tied at 37, Dowling and Ankeny. And again, earlier tonight, the Dowling girls a winner 55-38 over Ankeny in game 1. And we'll return here to the Dowling gym at halftime, and we'll visit with Coach Kristen Meyer and members of the Dowling girls basketball team. So stay tuned here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Thought of the day with Monsignor Frank Bagnano.
The great St. Theresa of Avila, a 16th century nun, is one of the church's 33 great spiritual authors, known as a doctor of the church. She explains that prayer is a loving conversation with the one who I know loves me. How many kinds of prayer are there? Basically 4, and usually we pray one of the 4 or all of them. Think of these 4 words: adoration, contrition, thanksgiving, supplication. ACTS. On different days, we'll pray with emphasis on one or two of these, or maybe all of them. So when you pray, let your heart be led by the 4 types of prayer: adoration, contrition, thanksgiving, supplication. Try it. It works. And that's today's thought of the day.
Welcome back to the Dowling Gym. Mark Amadale alongside Mike Swain. Halftime of the boys' game. We're tied at 37. Let's talk the girls' game. Dowling girls a winner tonight over the Ankeny Hawkettes, 55-38. The Maroons' record now 5-3 on the season, and Ankeny falls to 6-3. And we're joined by head coach Kristen Meyer, and is she a junior? Junior Ava Zedeker.
Yep.
Reminds me of Caitlin Clark. I thought they were 6-year players. You know, they take a COVID year. Ava's been around since
We'll keep her 5 or 6 if she'll stay.
Exactly. Ladies, welcome. Congratulations on the win. Ava.
Thanks.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Lady who never gets tired. And Coach Myers, congratulations. Big
Thank
win.
You. Yes.
You know, you just never know when you talk to Danner. You know, it sounds like gloom and doom. It's like, oh, they got all these weapons and all that. But you got some kids that can play defense and know how to distribute the ball and play well. And second consecutive night, in my vision, of a great floor game, tremendous floor game, even though they threw out that zone at you, which kind of, you know, you haven't seen a whole lot of that, but your kids adjusted well.
Yeah, honestly, I thought this might have been our best complete game. As you mentioned, against their zone and their press, I thought we moved the ball well, found good shots, hit some threes, got the ball into Ellie down low. But even more importantly, I thought defensively, we really defended well. They have some players who can take it off the dribble and score around the rim, and I thought we stopped them really well around the lane. They hit a couple threes as they're going to, but honestly, I thought that might have been the best defensive game we've had so far this year.
Yeah, no question about it, and they have some athletes, and you know, Ava Zedeker, you know a few of them. Jayla Williams, she's getting a lot of attention, as really you have. Savannah Gage, Carson Jacks, you seem to know them a little bit. And the teen girl shot very well.
Yes, she did.
So where do you pick your poison? You know, you got the outside shooting, you got the dribble penetration, which you like to do, and you and Jayla Williams kind of mirror each other, in my opinion.
No, I say just reading the defense. Obviously, they threw many zones and defenses out there, so obviously just slowing down and seeing, like, what they're playing helped. And, like, obviously if they're up, like, in my girl, I would just drive past them and then kick if a girl comes in.
Yeah, and coach with the press, that's another thing they added besides the zone a little bit. They added the full court press, 1-2-1-1, 1-2-2, whatever. And this young lady and her team did a nice job of breaking that press and making them pay.
And obviously we prepared for it, but that was even better than I was expecting. I mean, we got a couple layups right away and forced them not to get out of that zone, which was great. Just our ball movement, cutting the gaps. I thought our passing was really good out of it, so that was great to see.
Ava did a great job. You inbounded the ball. They gave it right back to you. You broke the press. It was 3-on-2, and you either picked Layla or Katie Muller for the three-pointer, or you took it in yourself.
Yep.
That's a great option, isn't it?
Oh, by far. If they're hitting their shots and they're making it all day, I'll pass it to them.
Exactly. Well, Coach Meyer, great job. It's been a great week. You get a bonus game. You get to take on the team that knocked you out of the state tournament last year and won the state tournament, Pleasant Valley. 2:30 tomorrow afternoon over at 3:30. I'm sorry.
Yep.
At Johnston, and you get ready for them in one day.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, the nice thing is since we knew Ankeny was going to play some zone and PV plays all 2-3 zone, we were prepping for it all week for the 2-3. So this prepares us for tomorrow. Although PV's zone looks very different than Ankeny's, just because I think PV's starting lineup is 6'3", 6'3", 6'1", 5'10".
Oh my!
So I think Ankeny's more athletic, but PV's longer. But just figuring out how to break a zone and to move the ball to get good shots, this will help us for tomorrow. And I thought we looked really comfortable against the zone tonight.
Yeah, you certainly did. Ava Zedeker, your thoughts on transition from tonight to tomorrow as an athlete? Quick turnaround, but you guys are 15, 16, 17-year-olds. They just spark right back up. What do you think about tomorrow afternoon?
I think it really helped that they played a zone tonight, so I guess we'll feel more comfortable going into tomorrow's game. And we were hitting our shots, so we have that confidence going into tomorrow. But tomorrow we'll just have to move the ball, find the open gaps, and find those high-low passes and the corner shooters.
Do you see any of those gals besides last last March at the state tournament. Do you see them during the club ball season? Amy?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Are they as tall as Coach said? They're 6'3". I thought they were like 6'1", maybe like Ellie Muller size.
There might be 2 girls.
They're listed at 6'3" and 6'3" and 6'1".
Yeah.
I got news for you. Coaches fudge heights.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you that.
Ask her about me though. Which way do I fudge?
She likes to list us like smaller.
Smaller.
Yeah.
Well, or right at. Some people list over. I'm never over exaggerating.
And it's not only the basketball coaches, football coaches do the same. I've seen that.
For weight.
All right. Junior year, Ava, 3-year starter, captain. Congratulations,
Thank
you
you.
and your tri-captains there, Ellie Olson and Layla Tritton. But how's this group been? You let a freshman into the starting lineup. She's earned her way, as Coach mentioned last week, and that's Katie Muller. So you got the 2 sisters. What you guys seem to have a great team chemistry. Am I right?
Yeah, we have really great team chemistry, and that shows on the court. We read each other really well, and like we know each other very well, and we know obviously who likes to shoot, who does not like to shoot, and we find Ellie down low a lot.
Macy Herndon coming off the bench again. At points, you can count on her. Coach, 8 points tonight from Macy, and it seems like she picks off right where whoever you sub out, one of the starters, she picks up right where they left off.
I tell you what, Macy has played fantastic this year. She knows her role, come in, defend. A lot of times she's defending the other team's top 1 or 2 guards. Does a great job with that, and then offensively moves the ball, hits open shots. She had a couple nice drives tonight. She has really come in and helped us out a lot this year.
All right, 50 years of girls basketball here at Dowling Catholic High School. History being made this year. I know we're going to have some recognition, I think, in February. That might be against Urbandale, but your thoughts on that? And Ava, have you been, you kind of been clued in about some of this, the tradition here at Dowling and what's been going on? Matter of fact, one of the gals, the Muller sisters' mom, played on the first state title team. So Julie Nahas, Jimmy's sister, was part of that team. So what do you know about this? You weren't born yet, but you're part of this history.
No, I mean, tradition really runs through this school and through the basketball program. And I remember coming here as a little kid, watching, like, older kids like Caitlin Clark and them. And, like, you could really tell, like, they play for the people who come before them. And you can just see the consistency on the court and off the court.
I'll bet your grandfather, at some of the boys' stops he had to watch, the Dowling girls were first. Yeah. And the place just filled up, and then, coaching the boys' game. But your grandfather was part of that, Arnie Zedeker, back in the day. But, Coach, what are some of the things? Can you let us know what's kind of going on with that 50-year reunion we're going to see here pretty soon?
Yeah, I know our advancement office is working on some things. I think we're going to try to invite some of the players back from that first team.
Sure.
And some players from, throughout the years and different teams. I don't know if Coaches Bob and Sharon Hansen will be able to come or not. I know they go down to Florida some, but invite back some people and just try to, honor all the accomplishments and the people who have came before us and really laid us, as Ava said, just a great tradition that we are honored to be part of.
Absolutely. Well, listen, ladies, good luck tomorrow. Enjoy the Christmas break, and we'll see you next year as Dowling takes on Urbandale, first game of the new year. Ava, anybody want to give a shout-out out there in Zedeker land?
I'll just say my grandma, grandpa.
There you go. Arnie and Phyllis, is that right?
Yeah.
Yep. And Coach, anybody up? I bet there's some people in Owine watching.
They might be listening. Shout out to my folks in Owine. I think they're coming down tomorrow. And just thank you to all the listeners for tuning in. And thanks to Iowa Catholic Radio for broadcasting our games. We appreciate it.
You're welcome, Coach. Best of luck tomorrow against Pleasant Valley. You guys stay healthy, and we'll talk to you next year.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
And Merry Christmas to you. That's Ava Zedeker and head coach Kristen Meyer. We'll take a 1-minute break, come back with the second half of the boys' game. Tied at 37 at halftime. Back in a minute on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for programming comes from Klein Electric, a local family-oriented electrical contractor, a 100% employee-owned company with branches across the Midwest to provide comprehensive electrical services. Klein Electric is able to help with any residential and commercial project. Learn more at kleinelectric.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Bozen the Florist. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, weddings, whatever the message, say more with Bozen. Bozen.com, 515-244-ROSE. Bozen makes the moment mean more.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from the Catholic Tuition Organization. Reduce or eliminate your Iowa income tax and instead give to the Catholic Tuition Organization and receive 75% Iowa tax credits. These tax credits are going fast, so reserve yours today and learn more about the Catholic Tuition Organization at ctoiowa.org. ctoiowa.org. The bottom line, it's for the kids and their futures.
Catholic Tuition Organization, a great investment in our kids.
And welcome back to the Dowling Gym, underway here in the second half. And Ankeny with a long three up and good. And having another shootout. That was Leo Aguirre with now his 7th point. And it's 42-39. Ankeny by 3. Dowling with the ball underneath and a shot up and good by Riddick Metten. So Mike Swain just picking up from the first half, scoring all over.
Right, it's like we never even had halftime. It's just back and forth, back and forth. Been a great game to watch so far.
Yeah, Metten with his 10th point, and now Ankeny with a missed shot. Dowling the other way. Metten down the lane, his shot up, left it short. Broderick trying for the rebound, and we're going to have out of bounds, hit the baseline off of Dowling and Broderick.
Yeah, good drive that time by Metten. I thought he got bodied a little bit, but no call.
Carson Johnson with 14 points in the first half. Cass Schulin with 7. Leo Aguirre now with 7 points. 8 points for Luke Anderson off the bench for the Hawks and 6 points for Cade Peterson. Rio Aguirre has yet to score. Ankeny went 6 for 7 at the free throw line in the first half as we get some numbers here. Ankeny inbounds it underneath. The layup is good off the glass. Carson Johnson left wide open. He's got 16.
Yeah, that was just a defensive breakdown that time by Dowling.
So Dowling with the basketball, trailing by 3. Man-to-man defense by Ankeny. Corner 3 by Kleppe is no good, and the rebound comes out to Cade Peterson and the Hawks. Carson Johnson with it now in the front court, guarded by Dowlings. Coppola, and that's Joey with the assignment here early in the second half. 15 on the shot clock. Leo Aguirre down the lane, layup good.
That is now 7 for him in this half, Mark. He is really establishing himself offensively.
Yes, he is. He's got 9 points in the contest as Leo Aguirre. Dowling with the ball, backing in is Broderick. His shot up and good right over Cade Peterson.
There's not much Cade Peterson can do when Broderick gets it that low. It's good things are going to happen for Dowling.
So Dowling cuts it to 3, 46-43. Hawks have led by as many as 6. There's a shot up and no good. Rebound Dowling and Broderick. Coppola, Southard, Metten, and Kleppe and Broderick. And now pull-up jumper good by Joey Coppola, and he's got 15 points.
That was just a great ball fake that time by Joey Coppola, and then just a little fadeaway. Good touch.
46-45, Ankeny by 1. Here's Carson Johnson, offensive foul. He pushed off on Coppola. The other way we go, and Carson with his second foul.
Yeah, that was a good call right in front of the official, too. Just sort of shoved off to create a little bit of separation that time, Mark, and that's his second foul.
That's Travis Carroll with the call. Travis Carroll, Michael Lawler, and Tyler Eason are 3 officials tonight. 46-45, Ankeny by 1. Here's Coppola. Step back 3, left it short. Rebound Kleppe, and Dowling with a brand new shot clock with 4:20 left to go, third quarter. Here's Broderick to Metten. Riddick underneath, and he draws the foul on Aguirre. So Leo will pick up his second foul.
It's been a physical matchup between Leo Aguirre and Riddick Metten.
Now Leo played that linebacker spot for Ankeny this year, and he's got some offers from some NAIA schools. So he's going to play, I thought it would be basketball, but now football. Now there's a steal by Rio Aguirre underneath to his brother Leo. Layup good. Leo with 11 points. Timeout. Dowling will keep it here as it'll be a 30-second timeout. Our thanks to Bows and the Floors, Ashworth Vision, and Construction Professionals. 48-45, Ankeny by 3 with just under 4 minutes to play here, Mr. Swain.
Well, nice defensive play that time by Leo Aguirre. Dowling had somebody open on that block off of the sort of flex cut, and just a simple deflection led to the Aguirre brothers scoring on that other end. And really feels, Mark, like every possession is so crucial. Both teams have been doing a great job scoring the ball. Ankeny right now, the one advantage that they have is they've been more successful at the foul line than Dowling. Some missed free throws for the Maroons, and that's why they trail by 3.
Dowling outscored Ankeny to start the first quarter, 20-17. Ankeny outscored Dowling, 20-17. In the second quarter, we were tied at halftime, and the Hawks up 3 with just under 4 minutes to play. This has got high scoring written all over it for some reason. It's almost like arena football. Somebody's got to get some stops in that fourth quarter, and we haven't got there yet, but that's what it's shaping up to be. All right, here's Southard with it. Guarded by Carson Johnson. The Maroons running a little weave. And here's Metten, goes around to Gary. Layup good with the left hand. Reverse layup, and he went right around them all. Metten did. He's got 12.
Well, no help that time by the Ankeny defense as Dowling cleared out that side.
Now Carson Johnson underneath. Layup good. Boy, is he smooth. 18 points. He had 40 the other night in their win and over Waukee Northwest. Dowling underneath. They bank it inside to Broderick. His shot up and good. The basket will count, and a foul on Cade Peterson of the Hawks.
Well, what a great find by Joey Coppola. It was almost the exact same move that he scored on that last time, but rather than take that fadeaway, he saw Broderick wide open on the block. Good dish down there, and then Joe with the finish.
Well, check that. Leo Aguirre's going to pick up the foul, number 21, and the basket will count for Broderick, and then with Joe, that's his 10th point, and he's got a chance for an and one here. Eyes the bucket, and the free throw good. 11 points for Broderick.
Wow, and Leo Aguirre, third foul for him, Mark. So Coach Carlson's going to get him on the bench here with the last 3 minutes to go in the quarter.
And again, we're tied at 50. We were tied at 37 at halftime, and now we're tied at 50. Underneath, shot blocked. That was Luke Anderson who had a shot block. Rebound Dowling. The other way we go. Coppola, long three from the volleyball line. Good. Joey Coppola with 18 points. And Dowling's lead is now 53-50.
Well, how about Joey Coppola with the block on the other end on Luke Anderson and then feeling it with the deep three in the front court.
Finding his stroke. Held to 4 points Tuesday night was Joey Coppola. 2-point basket and 2 free throws is all he had. Tonight he's changed it around. Ankeny with the ball. 13 on the shot clock. Underneath, Aguirre and a nice pass to the big guy, Cade Peterson, for the layup. That's good.
Yeah, too easy that time. Dowling allowing Ankeny ball handlers getting that paint.
Coppola, another three. This time he left it short, and the rebound comes out to Rio Aguirre. The other way we go. Here's Rio with it. Goes around Metten. Layup up and good. The basket will count, and a foul on Dowling. So Rio taking a page out of the playbook. Fouls on Metten, and that'll be his 4th.
Now both defenses a little slow on the rotation, and that's leading to these easy drives and finishes on the offensive end.
All right, 30-second timeout called by Dowling with 2:13 to go here in the third quarter. 54-53, Ankeny by 1. And we should mention time now for our Dowling Catholic High School Activity Spotlight. Congratulations to Isaiah Seymour, Dowling Catholic class of 24, for being a recognized witness to the very best of faith, academics, and student activity. And you can hear Isaiah's interview with John Leonetti on the Catholic Morning Show by visiting the Iowa Catholic Radio podcasting page at iowacatholicradio.com. And thank you to our sponsor of Dowling Catholic High School Activity Spotlight. That's Brightside Aesthetics by Ducharme Dermatology in Clive, offering a wide range of aesthetic and wellness services and providing customized care to have you looking your best. Learn more at brightsideiowa.com. And congratulations to Isaiah Seymour. I saw him all fall. Right tackle, 6'5", 305, and his preferred walk-on, heading to Iowa State. Congratulations to Isaiah and our spotlight. All right, what did I miss here?
Well, Mark,
Coach?
that was a big foul. So not only did Ankeny get the 3-point play and have a 2-point lead, but Riddick Metten with 4 fouls is on the bench now. We won't see him probably till midway through the fourth quarter.
Yeah, good point. As Rio Aguirre completes the 3-point play, as you mentioned, and he has 3 points tonight, came in averaging 11.5. And you mentioned Metten with 4 fouls. Ankeny with 3 team fouls here in the third quarter, Dowling with 1. And again, in high school basketball, rule change this year. They reset the team fouls every quarter. And if you get to 2, it's an automatic 2 shots. No more 1-and-1s in high school basketball. And underneath, Maddox Coppola draws the foul as whistle Rio Aguirre for his second. And Maddox to the free throw line. Maddox off the bench. 10 points Tuesday night against Southeast Polk. And here he is, the situation here, Mike, where he can contribute to the Dowling scoring with 2 shots. And Maddox's first free throw good.
Yeah, and this is where Dowling needs to capitalize, Mark. They were not very good in that first half from the foul line. So every free throw from here on out is going to be big.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Construction Professionals, Ashworth Vision, and Bows in the Floor. Second free throw good. So Coppola 2 for 2. Maddox, the 6'1 sophomore, his brother Joey, out there also with this lineup. Broderick stays out there. Kleppe, and now a long 3 by Ankeny. It's no good by Carson Johnson, but the putback up and in by the Hawks as they get the offensive board.
Yeah, unfortunate there. Dowling had 2 guys on Carson Johnson that time. One of them was Broderick, who's their best rebounder.
And that was Schoolin with the basket. He's got 9 points. 57-55 Ankeny. And now the Hawks with the steal, but a lead pass to Schoolin. He can't catch up. It'll be a turnover back over to Dowling.
Yeah, Dalton saw his teammate running that floor, but just a little too deep for him to catch.
All right, for Dowling, it's Ryan Kleppe, Joey Coppola, Maddox Coppola, Joe Broderick, and Dante Cataldo, and a 3-pointer up good by Joey Coppola. He's got 21.
Now, Ankeny continues to go underneath those screens instead of fighting over the top, and you can't leave Joey Coppola open. He's hit a couple from there.
Dowling with a 1-point lead. We're under a minute to play. 58-57 Maroons. Leo Aguirre underneath his shot. Blocked by Kleppe, but retrieved by Nolan Doughton. Shot clock stays at 15. They don't reset it on that. And now Carson Johnson. Oh, jumper crossover good. You can't teach that shot.
I mean, that drew some ahs from the crowd. That was fantastic on the crossover.
20 points for Carson Johnson. Ankeny by 1. Shot clock turned off. Final 20 seconds of the third quarter here at the Dowling Gym. The Maroons trying for the doubleheader sweep. Dowling girls defeated Ankeny 55-38 in game 1. That was a battle of number 4 versus number 8. Here, a pair of unranked teams going at it. Joey Coppola now, 5 seconds ago. Going around Schoolin. Gets underneath the Broderick, and a foul called on Ankeny.
I think this is going to be 2 shots, Mark, because Ankeny, that's their 15th foul. So Joe Broderick is going to go to the line.
And Rio Aguirre picks up his 3rd, and you're right. 15 foul on Ankeny, 2 shots automatic for Broderick. Free throw up, good. Joe with 12 points tonight. Tonight's game on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. Brought to you in part by Klein Electric, Skeffkin's Formal Wear, and by Catholic Tuition Organization. Both free throws good by Joe. He's got 13 points. And a shot at the end of the quarter is no good. So we've come to the end of 3 quarters of play here at the Dowling Gym. And the score, Dowling 60, Ankeny 59. Alongside Mike Swaim, I'm Mark Amadale. We'll return to the Dowling Gym after this 1-minute break on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. AshworthVision.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Westgate Dental, offering cosmetic, family, implant, and general dentistry. Located at 1073rd Street, Suite 1 in West Des Moines, just behind Dowling Catholic High School. Learn more at westgatedentalia.com.
Brightside Aesthetics by Ducharme Dermatology provides advanced and medical aesthetics, body contouring, wellness, and spa services. Learn more at brightsideiowa.com. Thank you, Brightside Aesthetics, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Caldwell Parish Funeral Home and Crematory. Caldwell Parish offers services that are unique to the individual while following the Catholic funeral rites. Caldwell Parish Funeral Home and Crematory, Des Moines' only Catholic-owned and operated funeral home.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym, fourth quarter. And it's Dowling with a 1-point lead, 60-59. But Ankeny with the basketball first. Here is Leo Aguirre underneath. His shot no good over Kleppe. Rebound Dowling and Broderick.
Well, Coach Carlson got exactly what he wanted. An isolation that time by Leo Aguirre, but he just couldn't finish. And a good rebound that time by Broderick.
All right, here's Metten back in for Dowling Catholic. Riddick with 4 fouls, starts the fourth quarter. Underneath is Broderick, layup up, and they're going to whistle him for the travel. They'll wave off the basket.
Yeah, good call that time. Broderick had great position, but boy, those Ankeny defenders were all over him. Just Joe with a little bit of a shuffle that time.
Dowling 9 of 13 at the free throw line through 3 quarters. Ankeny 7 of 8 at the free throw line through 3 quarters. We got a dandy going here in boys CIML basketball between Dowling and Ankeny. And now a long 3 up and good by the Hawks.
Yeah, nice job that time by Carson Johnson to find Rio Aguirre wide open. Good drive by Joe Broderick that time.
So both teams trading baskets. Broderick now with 15 points. And Rio Aguirre got him 4. Let's see if that's right. He's got 6 points on that three-pointer. Ankeny with the basketball. We're tied at 62, 6:45 to go, fourth quarter. Mark Amadale, Mike Swaim here at the Dowling Gym tonight. Long 3 by Leo Aguirre is up and good. And Leo with his 4th 3 of the year. He doesn't shoot it very often, but when he does, they go in, and he's got 14.
Well, and he's got 2 of them tonight, Mark, so he's really having a great second half. And again, an answer by Dowling, Joey Capola.
He's got 23 points, starting out hot here in the fourth quarter. 65-64, Ankeny by 1, and now a steal by Capola saves it from going out of bounds, and the Maroons keep it alive. Capola off to Metten, and then over to Capola, or rather to Joey Capola. Underneath to Broderick, his shot up and short. I think he wanted to dunk it, and he slipped out of his hand.
Oh, great opportunity that time for Joe Broderick, and just left it short.
Carson Johnson in the lane, his shot up and good as he hits the deck, and a timeout Ankeny. So Carson with his 24th point, or 22nd point of the night. And this is a full timeout. We'll take it with him. 5:56 remaining, fourth quarter. 67-64 Ankeny over Dowling. We'll take a 1-minute break on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Hi, this is Matt Wilkham from Iowa Catholic Radio. We hear so many stories of those who've been positively impacted by this station, including Luke, who says the programs helped him understand the faith and turned out to be an important part of his journey towards the seminary. Friends, in this season of giving, how about offering the gift of hope through Iowa Catholic Radio? To make a tax-deductible donation to our year-end appeal, just click on the banner at iowacatholicradio.com or call 515-223-1150. Thank you for your support.
Support for programming is provided by construction professionals, serving customers through a proven process, creating unique design, functionality, and artistic beauty. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. cpcustomhomes.com. Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Mercy One. We all want to live our best life. That's why Mercy One offers compassionate, personalized care when and where you need it. Schedule online at mercyone.org.
We're back here at the Dowling Gym, fourth quarter, and it's Ankeny leading Dowling in the boys contest 67-64. Earlier tonight, Dowling girls a winner 55-38 over the Ankeny Hawkettes. Mark Amadale alongside Mike Swaim. Here's a long 3 by Metten. It's blocked by Luke Anderson, rebounded by Ankeny.
Wow, nice job that time by Ankeny. They double-teamed Joey Capola, and he found Metten over there, but a great recovery by Luke Anderson, and Dowling doesn't get a shot off.
Now, Rio Aguirre underneath. He leaves it for Cash School, and he can't make the layup off the glass. Hit it too strong. Rebound Dowling. Maroons trail by 3. Dowling's largest lead has been 6. Ankeny's largest lead has been 4. Great Central Iowa Metro League game. Last year, Ankeny won here at Dowling 74-65, and then Dowling won on the Ankeny court later on 61-49. So Maroons get the ball underneath. Metten draws the foul. Free throws coming for Riddick.
Yeah, good ball fake that time on Anderson. Riddick was able to get his defender up in the air.
Luke with his first foul. First free throw no good by Riddick Metten. Metten with 12 points tonight. Tonight's game on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, brought to you in part by Construction Professionals, Ashworth Clinic, and Klein Electric. We'll have the post-game show as Coach Einerson will join us following the game. Second free throw good by Metten. He's got 13. He'll have a seat on the bench here, Mike.
We may see a little bit of this.
Offense, defense.
Yeah.
Because of fouls.
Metten's got 4, so nice job by Coach Einerson, able to get him out on this defensive possession.
Checking in is Frericks. Nick will have the assignment of guarding you-know-who, Carson Johnson. Put up 40 the other night against Waukee Northwest. Johnson with it, free throw line, can't get the shot off. Leaves it for Luke Anderson, back to Carson Johnson. 15 on the shot clock for Ankeny. They lead by 2 in the lane. And a whistle and a blocking foul on Dowling as Coppola commits the foul. That'll be Joey's first.
Joey was just a step late. And it's just so hard to defend for Dowling. When Carson Johnson puts that ball on the floor, he is just a lights-out ball handler.
Carson Johnson, 22 points to lead Ankeny tonight. Leo Aguirre with 14 points, 9 points for Cash Schulen, 8 points for Cade Peterson. Rio Aguirre with 6 points for the Hawks. Ankeny was 7 of 8 at the free throw line. Make it 8 of 9. First free throw good by Carson Johnson. He's got 23.
Yeah, he shoots about 88% on the year from the foul line. Not a guy you want if you're Dowling shooting free throws.
Second free throw up, good. What a smooth stroke by that young man. 24 points for Carson Johnson. 69-65, Hawks by 9. Coppola down the lane, layup up, no good. Broderick with the rebound, put back up and in. Joey followed that play very well.
Well, and that time 3 guys went for that block, which allowed Broderick to be able to clean that up. And then Maddox Coppola just a little aggressive that time, trying to guard Carson Johnson.
A whistle and a foul on Maddox. That's his first. Dowling trying to sub in. Trying to get Frericks back in, couldn't do it. So it'll be Maddox Coppola, his brother Joey, Ryan Kleppe, along with Riddick Metten and Joe Broderick. The 5 on the floor for Dowling. Maroons trail by 2. 4:15 to go, fourth quarter. Packed house here at the Dowling Gym. Glad you could join us on Iowa Catholic Radio. Our final broadcast before the Christmas and New Year's break. Now underneath, Ankeny with the ball. Rio Aguirre with the assist as he gets off the pass and basket by the Hawks. And that being Cash Schulen with his 11th point. Now a long 3 by Dowling. Up and in, and that's Metten for 3.
That was Kleppe that time.
Kleppe for 3.
Yeah, big 3. Dowling needed that.
And that's his first 3 of the night. He's got 5 points in this contest, and now a steal by Dowling. Turns the other way. They get in the lane. Shot up and no good. Ball slapped around. Leo Aguirre with it. Now they run the ball down court. Schulen underneath his layup up and good. His body's hit the floor. And Frericks tried to take the charge, or Joey Coppola tried to take charge.
Yeah, I didn't like Kleppe's numbers. I thought they should have pulled that out, had an opportunity to take the lead, and then it leads to a transition basket on the other end.
16 points for Leo Aguirre, and a whistle and a foul. Fouls on Carson Johnson, his third.
Yeah.
They got guys stacked in front of us here, Mike, for offense, defense. Travis Carroll saying, hey, you want to sub in? He said, nope. Now here's Metten down the lane. His shot up and good. The basket will count, and a foul on Leo Aguirre, and that'll be his 4th.
Well, it's just great recognition by Metten that time. There was nobody in that paint. It was just one-on-one versus he and Schulen, and he was able to just get a good angle and then a nice finish.
You're right. Schulen picks up the foul. Metten with his 15th point. And a chance for an and one here. Layup good, or free throw good. He's got 16.
Yep, Frericks in for Metten. Again, offense, defense. And what would you expect, Mark, with 3 minutes to go here in this game? We've got a tie game.
73. Well, we were tied at 37. We were tied at 50. And now we're tied at 73. Why not? Great game. These two teams battled out last year, winning on each other's home court. And now, losing the ball out of bounds, Carson Johnson. He tried to dribble baseline. Dowling cut him off, and he lost it out of bounds.
Yeah, I thought that ball was tipped from behind, but obviously the officials had a great view down there, Mark, so it's going Dowling basketball.
All right, Maroons a chance to take the lead. Again, the Hawks have had no bigger than a 4-point lead. Dowling has had no more than a 6-point lead, and now Coppola loses it. as Joey lost his footing in the lane, and now Ankeny with the ball off the turnover.
Yeah, that was much better help that time. Ankeny knew who had the ball, ready to step in and defend Joey as he put that ball on the floor.
This is Leo Aguirre. Hands it off to Carson Johnson. Carson guarded by Coppola. Over to Leo, who's guarded by Kleppe. Leo giving up a couple inches to Kleppe. Underneath, the shot up and no good. Drew the foul. And Ryan Kleppe will commit the foul, and that'll be his first.
That's just really smart basketball that time by Leo Aguirre. Shot clock winding down, able to get Kleppe up in the air, draw the contact.
First free throw good by Leo Aguirre. He's got 17 points.
He also a good free throw shooter, 82% on the year.
Second one on the way. The lefties, left-handed free throw good. 18 points. Timeout on the field. Timeout on the court by Ankeny. See what this one is.
We got a full timeout.
Yep, 2:18 to go, fourth quarter. Ankeny 75, Dowling 73. Back to the Dowling Gym in 1 minute on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Faith Check with Greg Yule on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
On this Faith Check, let's look at how reliable the Catholic Church's oral tradition is. In the modern world, oral means of communication are deemed inherently unreliable. We've all played the game of telephone, where a phrase is whispered around a circle and it comes out nothing like the original. The scholars have shown that in the ancient world, and to this day in some places, oral traditions were memorized and passed down to multiple generations without alteration. When the apostles went out to teach the faith orally, they did not whisper it in secret like the telephone game, but proclaimed it publicly to the multitudes. Oral tradition was a normal means of passing on the faith, as St. Paul says in 2 Timothy 2:2, "What you have heard from me before many witnesses, entrust to faithful men, Timothy, who will be able to teach others also." There's no evidence that a widespread change of belief took place among the early Christians. Quite the opposite. At the end of the 2nd century, St. Irenaeus wrote that while the Church has spread over the entire known world, the faith has been maintained intact everywhere, something only attributable to the Holy Spirit. This is Greg Yule for Faith Check.
And welcome back to the Dowling Gym. What a night we have for high school girls and boys basketball tonight. Dowling and Ankeny here in the boys contest. 75-73. Ankeny with a 2-point lead with 2:05 to go. Maroons out of the timeout underneath. The shot up and no good. Good feed that time as they had Broderick underneath, and he fed Riddick Metten, but he missed the shot. Foul on Ankeny. Mike?
Dowling got exactly what they wanted. They isolated Broderick down on that low block, able to get it in. Ankeny did a nice job defending it, but what a great cut that time by Riddick Metten.
Metten's first free throw is good. He's got 17 points in the contest. 75-74. Hawks by 1 over Dowling. Second free throw good. So Metten with 18 points.
Yeah, and he'll step out. Frericks in.
Little offense, defense, only because Metten has 4 fouls. I want to thank Brady Grimm. He's our studio producer tonight. Of course, we'll take the Christmas and New Year's break after tonight's game. Stay tuned for the post-game show. We'll have Coach Einertson on of Dowling Catholic talking about tonight's game, win or lose. Tied at 75 again. And Ankeny with the basketball, 20 on the shot clock. This is Luke Anderson with it. Now they run their dribble weave. Aguirre with it. That's Leo, and he draws the foul. Either you get Coppola or Kleppe for the reach-in.
I think they're going to get Kleppe. Yeah, Kleppe with the reach there, so.
That'll be his second. He had a foul to give or 2.
Right, and that resets the shot clock. Ankeny being very patient. Every possession so critical here with 1:40.
14 foul on Dowling, 4 on Ankeny, so the next foul, both teams will be in the double bonus. Oh, good job that time by Nick Frericks jumping the pass in front of Carson Johnson. They've rotated well on him. Here's Aguirre. This is real in the corner. Up top to Luke Anderson for 3. Good. He is lighting it up. He's got 11 points. That's his 3rd 3 of the night.
Huge shot that time by Anderson for Ankeny.
Dowling underneath the Broderick. And he faces the basket, and he shoots and scores. 19 points for Broderick, but a 3-pointer versus a 2.
Yeah, plenty of time here, though. Dowling's just got to play good defense.
Ankeny by 1, 78-77. Final minute of the fourth quarter. Here is Anderson for 3 again. It's no good. Rebound Dowling, and Broderick on the weak side. They'll get it to Joey Coppola. Joey and Maddox Capola in the backcourt for Dowling. Ryan Kleppe and a timeout Dowling. They want to get Mitten back in. We'll keep it here. 44 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Timeout Dowling. We will keep it here. Alongside Mike Swain, Mark Hamadale. And our thanks to our supporters. That include Bozen the Florist, Ashworth Vision, and Construction Professionals. And Coach, each possession is critical. Both teams, when they get fouled, they're going to shoot 2 free throws. Dowling ball. Maroons trail by 1. And if they have 26 seconds on the shot clock and you go 2 for 1 here, what do you think if you're Dowling?
I think Dowling's got to work for a great shot. I don't think you're looking sort of that 2 for 1. I think you got to go with your play that you feel the best about. The last time they were able to isolate Broderick down on that low block, and then he was able to draw the defense in. The last couple times that Joey Capola has had the ball and has tried to drive, Ankeny has doubled and jumped him, putting him in a bad situation. So I think they're going to try and see if they can get Broderick isolated on that block and then see where he can go from there.
All right. Obviously, you got complimentary players out there, Broderick with Kleppe and Metten, and those two like to crash the lane from the wing. And you got Capola, who's silky smooth from the wing. So we'll see as Maddox Capola will inbound the ball for Dowling. In the backcourt to his older brother Joey. 40 seconds remaining, 20 on the shot clock. Capola nearly had it stolen away by Rio Aguirre. Now Kleppe with it. Ankeny stays man-to-man. Here's Capola with it.
A lot of standing right now by Dowling.
5 on the shot clock. Capola wanted to do a step-back 3, dribbled into traffic, puts up the 3, it's short. It'll be a shot clock violation on Dowling. An Ankeny ball with 17 seconds remaining, and the shot clock turned off. Substitution for Dowling as Nick Frericks will check in for Riddick Metten.
Yeah, that was just great defense that time by Ankeny. Joey Capola had nowhere to go. A lot of standing around by the Maroons as Ankeny's going to get a timeout here. Coach Carlson's going to draw up an inbounds play.
And we'll keep it here. Dowling will probably bring out full court pressure, so we'll see an Ankeny press break. Our thanks tonight to Ashworth Vision Clinic, Catholic Tuition Organization, and Skeffington's Formal Wear. And, of course, last Friday night, Mike had a little award ceremony, and I said this is Scott Babinet. I wouldn't be able to accept the award. That was the Fiat Award for supporting the mission of Iowa Catholic Radio, and they gave it to me for some reason. But you know what? I surround myself with good people for the most part. Now, if I say this about Cataldo, and he'll probably say that about you, sometimes I might come up a little short. But
well, I was informed that there was some Lifetime Achievement Award that was given.
A Lifetime Achievement Award. Okay.
As I understood it, it was the Art Vandelay Award, but I don't really know all the details about that. But congratulations on the award that you got. I'm sure well deserved.
Well, if you go to my wife's Facebook page, I'm sure it's there because it's not on mine. But thank you. Thanks for everybody in Iowa Catholic Radio.
You got a foul here.
Breaking the press, Dowling, and now they get in the front court. And Broderick will foul Leo Aguirre, and this will be a free throw battle here, Mike.
Well, and Dowling had an opportunity to foul Luke Anderson. Obviously, you don't want to foul Carson Johnson. He's 88% on the year. The problem is that Leo Aguirre is 82% on the year, and he just hit 2 free throws just a couple of minutes ago.
Now, Coach Einertson of Dowling wants a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. 9 seconds remaining. Ankeny by 1. They'll have 2 free throws here coming up with Leo Aguirre. As you mentioned, an 83% free throw shooter. But it's going to come down to Dowling's going to have a possession.
Absolutely,
if they get
Mark.
the rebound.
Even if Leo Aguirre makes both, Dowling's going to be down 3. 9.5 seconds is an eternity to be able to draw up a play. What'll be interesting is does Coach Carlson, once Dowling brings it across, if they are ahead 3 points and you've got 4 or 5 seconds to go, do you commit the foul and put Dowling on the line
for two,
knowing you're up 3? Now, obviously, all of that changes if Leo Aguirre misses one of these 2 free throws coming up. Then Dowling's in a great spot to either take the lead or at least tie it.
Right. Now, Ankeny has 4 team fouls. The next one will put Dowling at the line.
Yeah.
Dowling is already has 5 fouls. Timeouts, both teams with 1 each. And we have 9.4 seconds and Ankeny by 1.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Carlson, if Leo Aguirre makes both of these, that he calls his final timeout to set up the defense and make Dowling go the length of the floor against defenders.
Been a great game. Again, we were tied at 37 at halftime. We were tied at 50 midway through the second half. And Ankeny by 1, 78-77. Earlier tonight, the Dowling girls a winner, 55-38 over Ankeny. Dowling girls now 5-3 on the year. Ankeny falls to 6-3. And here's Leo Aguirre, the left-hander, will get 2 free throws here. First one up, good. He's got 19 points. And it's 79-77, Ankeny by 2 with 9.4 seconds remaining. Ankeny brings everybody beyond half court. Second free throw short, rebound Broderick.
2 can tie it, Mark.
Chance to tie or win it. Capola to Kleppe. 3 seconds left. Kleppe for 3. It's up and no good. And the rebound comes out to Cash Schoolen. And the Ankeny Hawks survive the road test here. Defeat Dowling 79-77. Great game here at the Dowling gym as the Hawks outscored Dowling 20-17 here in the fourth quarter to win a very exciting CIML Class 4A basketball game.
Yeah, what a finish. You hate for any team to lose this game tonight because it was just so well played by both teams. Unfortunately for Dowling, that last 3 just didn't go in, and but it doesn't take away from an amazing effort tonight by both Dowling and Ankeny. Great basketball game.
Certainly does, and Ankeny led by Carson Johnson, unofficially I have him for 24 points in the contest, but Leo Aguirre, who went 1 for 2 at the free throw line, finished with 19 points. As Ankeny now improves its record to 6-1, and Dowling now falls to 3-4. And Maroons will go into the Christmas break with a record of 3-4, and the Maroons fall at home here, 79-77. We're going to take a 2-minute break. Brady Grimm, who is our studio producer, we appreciate all he does, and we'll come back. We'll total up the scoring. Alongside Mike Swaim, I'm Mark Hamadale. Final score in the boys contest, Ankeny 79, Dowling 77. And the girls game won by Dowling 55-38. And we'll return to the Dowling gym after this 2-minute break here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
This is a Young Catholic Minute.
So, why has the Catholic Church done so many bad things?
If your math teacher illustrated that 2 + 2 is 4 by forcing each student to drink 4 gallons of milk, it doesn't mean that the math is wrong when you throw up. Was the teacher abusing his authority and wounding with the truth instead of healing? Probably, but what he taught was still true and still good. So the church offers and teaches only what is true and good, even if the sinners within the church don't live it out. And coming to that, even if we haven't thrown the whole church into scandal, we are all still sinners. So maybe the more appropriate question is, how is the Catholic Church still good when I've done so many bad things? Since we're all one body in Christ, our sin affects everyone and can even lead others to sin. Lucky for us, Christ came to save us from our sin and gave us the church to do it. So let's stop sinning and be the church to others. For more Young Catholic Minutes, go to youngcatholicminute.com.
I'm Father Thomas Loya, and this week on Light of the East on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, do not celebrate the holidays. Rather, truly contemplate the great mystery of the Incarnation and be transformed by it. Do not say Merry Christmas. Say instead, Christ is born, glorify Him. Don't just buy gifts, become a gift. Live always in the timelessness of Christmas. Light of the East, Sunday mornings at 10:30 on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Caldwell Parish Funeral Home and Crematory. Caldwell Parish offers services that are unique to the individual while following the Catholic funeral rites. Caldwell Parish Funeral Home and Crematory, Des Moines' only Catholic-owned and operated funeral home.
Support for programming comes from Klein Electric, a local family-oriented electrical contractor, a 100% employee-owned company with branches across the Midwest to provide comprehensive electrical services. Klein Electric is able to help with any residential and commercial project. Learn more at kleinelectric.com.
KWKY Des Moines, K233BT Des Moines, KIHS Adel.
And welcome back to the Dowling Gym. Final score in the boys contest, it was Ankeny defeating Dowling 79-77 as the Hawks now improve their record to 6-1 while Dowling falls to 3-4 going into the Christmas and New Year's break. Alongside Mike Swaim, I'm Mark Hamadale, and Swaimer, what a battle. We were tied at halftime. We were tied at 50 at one point, and the Ankeny Hawks came down the last possession, and the last possession Dowling shot by Ryan Kleppe did not fall, and it was Ankeny surviving a road test here in the CIML over Dowling.
it felt like all night, Mark, that this was going to come down to the last possession. I even thought about with a minute to go, we may be seeing extra time here. I mean, it felt like this thing was going to go to overtime.
It did.
And how about it was so well balanced, the scoring. I mean, you had the two stars for Dowling and Ankeny with Joey Coppola and Carson Johnson, but it was just real balanced on both sides. I thought both teams shared the ball very well. It was a clean game for the most part. There were a couple turnovers, that hurt, but overall, I think the fans here were treated to an amazing basketball game today.
They were. It was up and down. You had Carson Johnson coming off a 40-point performance Tuesday night against Waukee Northwest, and the Maroons tried to lock him down. Well, they locked him down. He had 24 points, if you can call that locking him down, but not a bad night when you had the likes of Joey Coppola and I think it was Maddox Coppola, and also Nick Frericks were rotating defensively on him. Dante Cataldo in there too, just trying to wear him down and make sure he had somebody know that he was around. But others for Ankeny made plays. The Hawks had 4 players in double figures, led by Carson Johnson's 24. But Leo Aguirre, very strong. He missed a free throw late that gave Dowling a chance to actually win it, as he went. He was 5 out of 6 to free throw line. He had 19 points. Very strong game out of Leo.
I thought Coach Carlson did a nice job to start the second half. He designed the first play of Ankeny's possession to get the ball to Leo Aguirre, to get him involved, and it just sort of sparked him. And what a second half he had. A couple of threes. You mentioned he's only had a couple on the year. Well, 2 of them were in the second half, and it just came up big. And when he gets that ball down low, Mark, he's so good with controlling his body. And I just thought, he was sort of the difference maker. And then how about Luke Anderson coming off the bench for Ankeny with some huge baskets, including that big 3 to put them up late in this game.
Yeah, the only points he had was in the fourth quarter, which you're talking about. That was a 3-pointer. But he had 8 points at halftime, and all 8 were in the second quarter off the bench.
Yeah, we talked before the game that guys needed to step up. You mentioned Nick Frericks. I thought he did a fantastic job. You're not going to see it in the scorebook tomorrow or the stats, but his job coming in and defending Carson Johnson. I mean, it's no wonder that Carson Johnson, when you mentioned he had 40 the other night against Northwest, it feels like he can do that whenever he wants. And I thought even though he got 24 tonight, Dowling did a great job limiting him to some of that damage.
Let's take a look at the scoring in tonight's contest as we hope to catch up with Coach Justin Einerson of Dowling Catholic on the postgame show. We'll start with the visitors from Ankeny. Again, the Hawks improved their record to 6-1 as they defeat Dowling by the score of 79-77. And Ankeny led by Carson Johnson with 24 points. And he had, 14 of those 24 at halftime. Followed by Leo Aguirre with 19 points, and then 11 points each for Cash Schoolin and for Luke Anderson off the bench with 11. 8 points for Cade Peterson, and then 6 points for Leo Aguirre for the Hawks. Nolan Dalton did not score. He came off the bench for Ankeny in the contest. For Dowling Catholic, I should mention Ankeny, 12 of 14 at the free throw line unofficially tonight. For Dowling Catholic, the Maroons had 3 players in double figures, led by Joey Coppola with 23 points. He was held to 4 points on Tuesday, 1 field goal and 2 for 4 at the free throw line. Tonight, Joey with 23 points leads the team in scoring, followed by Joe Broderick with 19 points. Riddick Metten with 18 points, but he battled foul trouble. It was offense-defense with Riddick in the fourth quarter. Rounding out scoring for Dowling, Cole Southard with 6 points, 5 points for Ryan Kleppe, 4 points for Dante Cataldo, and 2 points for Maddox Coppola. Dowling 13 of 18 at the free throw line in tonight's game as the Maroons jumped out to a 20-17 lead at the end of the first quarter. Ankeny outscored Dowling in the second quarter 20-17. We were tied at halftime at 37. Dowling outscoring Ankeny in the third quarter 23-22. Dowling led by 1 going into the fourth quarter, and Ankeny outscored the Maroons 20-17 in the fourth quarter to win it 79-77. And we're joined by probably the most worn-out coach besides Coach Carlson, and that is Coach Einerson. Justin Einerson joined us here on the postgame show. Coach, first of all, thanks for coming up. What a game we saw. Very entertaining tonight. Both teams put up, close to 160 points. And I was telling my partner here Mr. Swain, you know what? It's like arena football. When they're up and down, who's going to get a stop to make the difference in the fourth quarter? And both teams had their opportunities, but Ankeny made theirs. But what an entertaining game, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, the mentality of our guys is really good. They're battlers. You know, we've had the worst offensive 2 weeks. And it was nice to see shots fall again and us be able to get to the line again. And, I mean, we lived in the paint. I heard all those parents complaining about the foul difference, but we were there every possession. So that stuff's really positive. The hard part is the execution was just so bad down the stretch. Defensively and offensively, like we got completely away from our draw-ups and timeouts. So I was going to let it go a little bit because we were doing such a good job of just creating looks, and then it turns into a turnover and a shot with 4 seconds off 1 foot at the end of the game. So we need to sharpen that up, or you know, there's going to be a lot more of these in this league because so many games come down to 1 or 2 possessions. You got to be sharp. We were not sharp down the stretch.
Well, you got to be happy that you held Carson Johnson from 40 to 24 points tonight because.
Well, to be fair, Northwest gave him literally 30 open shots last game.
Wow.
So wide open. So we weren't going to do that, but yeah, he's that good.
Yeah,
he's probably as good as anybody in our league.
Well, as we talked before you got here, rotating players on him. You started out with Joey Capola on him, and then you kind of rotate others. Nick Frericks came in. I think Dante was in there. You had multiple, but you made him earn his shots. But Leo Aguirre, strong body inside, and he was battling Broderick all night, it seemed like, and that was great to watch, Coach.
Yeah, I'm sure it was fun.
Wasn't
as fun for me.
Coach, but
yeah, Leo's tough, football kid. Going to be a college football player, and once they switched him on to Broderick, things got a little bit harder for us, especially defensively. We kind of had a plan for if they were going to play, I don't know his name, Peterson, I think, 33. Got away from our plan and just haven't had those defensive reps enough with basically 5 guards on the floor. So that was a tough matchup for us defensively all night long. I thought our guys, for the most part, especially in the first half, stuck to our game plan, forced tough shots. I really think that went away, though, in the fourth quarter. I thought most of the shots they got were really wide open, good looks, and you just can't let them do that. They don't miss any.
Coach, I did the game against Waukee, and offensively, obviously, there were some struggles there. I was so impressed, first of all, with your spacing on the floor, and then the other thing that really impressed me was the sharing of the ball. How did you feel? How'd you like your team's assists tonight, and just getting guys open and finding that extra guy? Overall, how do you assess the offensive?
Oh, it was great. It was great. I would say, except for our late game execution, I thought we got an A+ on offensive, just flow. We're kind of back to Hey Bo and Reese and Bo had popped up here. So if you guys want a headphone on them, they'd entertain you. Hey bud, say hi everybody. Okay, now he's quiet. Anyway, yeah, I thought the spacing was great. When you were at the first game, Riddick's first game back, I think we were still trying to figure out how to implement him, and I think he was really uncomfortable. And it happened kind of quick, because he was with us all summer, fall, missed 4 games, and it just went away. So we're right back to where we were, and our guys have a really good understanding of what our base motion is. It's those sets. You just got to sharpen up. We got to make sure everybody's in the right spot all the time. I mean, if you're off just a little bit, it kills the whole thing. So we got to fix that.
Yeah, I thought one of the great plays you drew up, Coach, was when you got Joe Broderick on that block and then Metten with a great cut down, and Broderick was able to find him for that basket. I thought we might see something like that, with that possession with about 40 seconds to go, and it just didn't seem like they could get into that flow in that set.
Yeah, we had a sideline play drawn up, so this is where I probably could have taken another timeout there, but I thought we were going to be able to create a look with Joey, and then Ryan was way out of position. So we had a similar plan, but just didn't execute it.
Yeah.
We're visiting with Justin Einerson here on the postgame show following Ankeny's win over Dowling, 79-77. Coach, halftime, you're tied at 37. You go into the locker room. You're feeling pretty good. I mean, Cataldo hits that corner 3 to get it tied at halftime. And what was the message at halftime to the team?
Just keep doing what you're doing and keep forcing tough shots. And, I think offensively the mentality was great. Again, you just weren't able to force those tough shots we were in the first half. Also, when guys like Leo did he make multiple threes, I think?
He did.
That's tough because it really stretches you out. Because you kind of – it's not like you don't let him – or you just let him shoot, but you definitely close short and contain him. When he takes those threes, all of a sudden he becomes a lot more deadly off the bounce. and then that gives Carson more space to operate as well. So that's tough. You know, you take one of those away and we literally win. But, again, offensively, I feel like this is who we are, and we just haven't been like this for 2 weeks. So that's great going into break. Now we can build on that. Defensively, you got to be able to hold these guys in the 60s to have a chance to beat them.
Yeah, no question about that. It's funny you mention that because in this league, there's going to be nights like this, be up and down. You go to 3-4 in the break. That's your record, Coach. What's coming up here? I know your final game is tonight. Others are going to be playing in the league on Tuesday next week. But what's it like for you? Scrimmages, anything set up before you play at Urbandale on January 2nd?
First weekend off we've had in a long time, so we'll come back Monday, watch the film with some clear eyes, and try to fix what we can Monday. And then Tuesday and Wednesday we're going to sharpen up. Thursday we have a big tournament style deal with everybody in the program is basically going to be drafted onto a team, which should be kind of fun. And then we'll be off for about 5 days and then back at it preparing for Urbandale. So Urbandale actually has 2 games. They play tonight, play East, play Tuesday. So we'll be able to get out and see them. They play Northwest, so it's our next 2 opponents. So quite a bit of scouting. Honestly, it's not always bad to lose a game before break because I feel like it sharpens your focus a little bit. But there's no question in this league you got to find a way to win games like this, and that will be our main goal. How can we execute better down the stretch?
I know we talked during football season. It's the CIML, different league, and it's almost like a state tournament postseason type atmosphere. The fans, the crowd, what's at stake, and that's one of the best leagues in the state. And you see these teams not only once but twice a year, and you've got 2 teams you haven't seen yet, Northwest and Urbandale, and you get them coming out of the January break.
Yeah, I mean, think about our schedule and look around the state. I mean, you could make an argument that we've played 4 of the top 5 teams. So, 1-3 in those games, and, that kills us, but we just got to keep strapping them up and doing it again.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you visiting with us. Thanks for the kids joining us. They didn't want to talk.
They're fired up to be here.
I'll bet they are. Well, they listen.
Say hi, Reese.
They listen on what was it, Friday or
yep.
Tuesday night. Yeah, because it's Friday and they're here.
Say hi, Grandma. Say hi, Grandma.
No.
Okay.
No?
Well,
okay. We'll work on it.
We got to get Britt, your wife, to work on that. Public speaking on the radio.
She can talk.
Yeah, there you
she
go.
can talk.
All right. Well, appreciate you stopping up. Best of luck to you during the holiday. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
And best of luck. We'll see you in the new year.
All right.
Thanks, Coach.
All right. Justin Einertson joined us here on the post-game show. Appreciate him stopping up. And Coach Swain, that'll wrap up our broadcast for the first half of the season.
Yeah, what an exciting game to sort of go into the break, and it feels like this team's going in the right direction, Mark, and I think it's going to be exciting basketball for the Dowling fans as we come back after Christmas and really get into the bulk of the season as we sort of on that march down to Wells Fargo.
Absolutely. Well, I know you're going to be courtside at Wells Fargo. You'll have to dress up. You can't wear that down there. They got to give you gear. I mean, you can't. You have a suit and tie on, coat and tie, and maybe a little gear. But I can't wait for that in the middle of March. And they're all striving to get there. They're all jockeying for their positions, their seating, whatever. And every game's important. But it's been a fun first half of the year. And a different-looking Dowling team. They like to get up and down the court, but so does everybody else.
Yeah, no, there's no easy night in the CIML, and obviously Dowling's going to find that out once they hit the court again against Urbandale.
Well, Mike, thanks for sitting in. Appreciate your wife Molly letting you be in and sitting next to me tonight. And Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to the Swain family. Please tell your dad, Norman, hello.
I will do that. And next time I do one of these games, Mark, if I get the opportunity, let's see if we can get that award to sit maybe right here so I can look at that Lifetime Achievement Award. I'll even polish it for you.
You got to stay away from that chat room that Cataldo and those guys, Chido, are in. They're going to talk you into something you don't want. No. I'm very honored and very happy for that, and I'm very shocked. But I appreciate that. It's been a lot of fun. And it's the people around me that did it. It's just not me. Yeah, I'm the IT guy and all that, but you know what? I look back and I surrounded myself with some pretty good people on the football side, the basketball side, and I just keep doing it. And you're one of them. You are definitely one of them. Well, the guy in Iowa City tonight?
Yeah.
But you are one of them.
I appreciate it, Mark. Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Mike. Mike Swain, my broadcast partner. That'll wrap things up from the Dowling Gym tonight. Our thanks to everybody involved, including the folks here at Dowling before we sign off and have 2 weeks off for the Christmas and New Year's break. Our thanks to Tom Wilson, who is a little bit under the weather, he and Jimmy Cataldo this week, but thanks to Tom and Colleen Webb and Jared Herring, who is the on-site administrator here for Dowling tonight. Thank you for all they do, and of course the folks back at Iowa Catholic Radio, including General Manager Matt Wilcom and Joe Teeling and everybody back there. Appreciate all their help and support, along with the business underwriters and supporters of Iowa Catholic Radio. We've been broadcasting Dowling Catholic Sports for 47 years now. And tonight, Brady Grimm is our studio producer. Our thanks to Brady. Our thanks to the folks from Ankeny. Head girls coach Nate Toby in his first year, and boys coach Brant Carlson. Adam McDonald, who's going to be saying so long, and welcome Mike Baker, who's going to take over as athletic director on January 1st at Ankeny. Our thanks to Adam as he moves forward. And, of course, Tom Day, Lisa Meeker back in the Ankeny office. Appreciate them. And, of course, at Dowling, Kristen Meyer and head coach Justin Einerson, who visited with us here on the postgame show. Our thanks to them. Our next broadcast will be on Tuesday, January 2nd next year, as Dowling Catholic on the road at Urbandale to open up the second half of the season. Our pregame will get underway at 6 o'clock on January 2nd from the Urbandale Gym, so hopefully you can join us then. For my broadcast partners tonight, our thanks to Scott Babinat and Mike Swaim. I'm Mark Hamadale for our studio producer, Brady Grimm. Thank you for listening and tuning in to our coverage of Dowling Catholic High School sports here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. 1150 AM, 88.5 and 94.5 FM. Our thanks to all our sponsors and supporters of Iowa Catholic Radio, including Skeffington's Formal Wear, the Catholic Tuition Organization, Klein Electric, along with Construction Professionals, Ashworth Vision Clinic, and Bozen the Florist. For our studio producer, Brady Grimm, I'm Mark Hamadale saying goodnight and so long. Final scores for the final time. The Dowling girls a winner tonight, 55-38 over Ankeny. Fourth-ranked Dowling girls record now 5-3. Eighth-ranked Ankeny falls to 6-3. And the Ankeny boys have now won 6 in a row, as their record now 6-1 with a 79-77 win over the Dowling boys in Game 2 of our doubleheader. Dowling boys fall to 3-4 going into the Christmas break. For everybody involved, this is Mark Hamadale saying goodnight and so long. Have a safe and blessed, faith-filled Advent and Christmas season.
Coverage of Dowling Catholic sports is underwritten by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Klein Electric, the Catholic Tuition Organization, Skeffington's Formal Wear, and Bozen the Florist. Please support the businesses that underwrite Iowa Catholic Radio.